Ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm hosting the podcast today, I guess.
You by yourself today, bro. It's good, my guy.
Good, man. Chilling. Good day today.
You feeling good?
Yeah, man. I was so I have my morning cardio, and then I had two clients back to back. One at Fit Nation, had a little drive, went to Madhouse, came home, ate my first meal, and I like doing my first meal kind of late on Wednesdays because I only do 5 meals on my rest days.
Yeah.
And so talked to my mom.
You cut out the post workout shake on rest days.
Yeah, so and I mean, dog, like I'm hungry right now. So because my body's staying tight for a reason, and it's because I take the rebound real slow so I can slowly acclimate to putting on that new tissue while staying as tight as possible. But that means my hunger, like I don't do cheat meals and stuff. I think people that have been following me long enough know that I treat rebounds just like the prep, just in reverse, right? So I'm hungry a lot. And so I'll still push my first meal back as far as I can. I'm waving the white flag at 11 o'clock though, dog, and I'm eating my first meal. So, and that's me getting up at 7.
I've never been like that in the past. I mean, I know most of us when we start, we go crazy post show, obviously, right? That's like a thing. But even the last few preps, I've been like 70% for the rebound for like the first couple of weeks, like 70%. Then I cleaned it up to like 80-ish%. But this year, I think I'm gonna go for. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have my cheat meal after the show, and then that Sunday. But then I think I'm gonna treat it exactly like a prep. You know.
Honestly, what helps me, and you saw me that Sunday, right? So on Saturday after the show, right? You're already getting fed like the sugar stuff, a bunch of carbs, low on protein, and so you're slowly starting to like kill a lot of those cravings, and then Saturday night, bro, I have the biggest dinner I can think of. I'll always do my dessert. Everything I'd say I'm going to get after the show, even if I'm too full, dog, I'm going to fucking eat it. And then the next day, always super big breakfast. And then I'll do like a bodybuilding meal after my circuit training that I do that day. And then I'll have a big ass dinner with another good dessert. And I'm so sick of like my stomach literally like, it's not that I binge eat, it's just that all that dairy and stuff, like it doesn't sit well. So going into Monday, I am ready to be back on plan. I'm ready for my stomach to feel good. And then you ride that out for a good 2 days. And then you start to get hungry a little bit, but you're already kind of back in prep mode. Like you didn't leave it long enough. And so if you keep that like mentality and mindset till Justin pulls the trigger on the rebound, then you're gonna benefit the most out of it. And Justin will tell you himself, like his best rebounds were done super clean, and his amount of progress is like he obviously lives by it. He preaches it, and he does it with, I'm assuming, all of his clients, depending on their health markers. But yeah, bro, if you can stay disciplined, and then when you're ready to come off and go into the health phase, that's when I'll do my 2 cheat meals a week that Justin gives me. Exactly. But then by that point, we're already going to be pulling back on food. We've pushed to the max, and it's kind of like my way of giving myself a little mental break, but you're still on plan for the most part. And you can kind of be, I guess you could say, bodybuilding normal in terms of normal, you know? Yeah, you don't have to be so crazy, but yeah, I think everybody, if they did it like that, they're going to see most of their progress in that short phase compared to the whole off season put together, if done right.
A lot more progress. First of all, I'm starting the day off with
bro, just in case,
baby.
I have it just in case. I already had my one this morning, but that was hours ago.
You know what's funny, bro? You know how in the past I used to always joke about how I'm the worst sponsored athlete?
Yeah.
But you know why that was? It was because, like, if I'm being honest, I just wasn't that into the product. It was just like cool, you know. Like I used it, but it's free. Of course, you're gonna use it if it's fucking free, like common sense.
Yeah.
But it's different when you actually like, yo, what the fuck? This is a game changer. They don't have to tell you to post. Like they don't have to say shit because you're doing it and you almost want to spread. You almost want to tell people like off camera, just in between us as friends. You had already told me about them, and I didn't even realize that that brand had reached out to me because I didn't know who they were, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw, I was like, yo, Joe, did you send me this? Remember, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
I was so confused and not put two together because he didn't say the name. He just said, I want to send you something. So I was like, okay. And then since then, it's like, it was hard for me to not talk about it as for both of us as we're getting the contracts together. It was hard to not talk about it because I wanted to talk about it. Like before, you know what I'm saying? We didn't even have a contract. And I'm like, yo, I want to tell people about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was having, and we talked about it. We just didn't mention any brands, you know? So it's the easiest thing to, I guess, market because we actually we fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
helping us.
I it's very rare where you'll even see me. There's only two people that I've ever pushed their stuff. And this one I'm actually sponsored by, but I told you guys about it. And the other one was Hostile, right? That's something I've been promoting. But this is when I just got into it. But because, I mean, just like you, bro, if I use a product and I really believe in it, that's the only time you're ever going to see me post about it. Same thing with Crazy Wear, bro.
Yeah.
I saw those pants. I'm old school at heart, you know, like, and I saw that look. I'm like, man, this is what bodybuilding was like, when it was like badass, all those little outfits and shit. I'm not one to wear leotards and stuff, but I'll wear those fancy ass pants and some stringers, you know.
Because we got into it based off of like a different time, based off of a time when people really fucked with this shit. People really want to do this. It wasn't cool to be a bodybuilder, right? So you wasn't doing it to get cool points on social media. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's fine as well. But we got into it for the love, and we like that old school shit. You know, fucking heavyweight, the fucking metal weights and old school clothing. That shit is cool to us. So that's how we like to dress. We don't want to wear skin tight fucking joggers in the gym. It's just not something that interests us.
Yeah, so. It's not us.
Yeah, so he don't have to tell me shit. He don't be like, yo, post this. Like, no, he don't have to say it because we wear that shit every fucking day and we just post with it, you know. And he's been so good to us, so nice to us that you want to go out of your way to post it almost, right? Because he just keeps sending me stuff. I'm like, holy fuck. The customer, right here, right? This customer here.
Yeah, bro.
Crazy, right? So it makes it so easy, you know, where in the past I'm like, yo, this sponsorship shit is not for me, to the point that I didn't want sponsors. I'm like, I just keep asking me to post shit, and I don't want to post it.
It's a lot easier when you truly believe in something and actually like using something to want them to succeed, right? Because it's your way of like, man, this helps me a lot. I want to help them. I want to promote this to help them, and then help others through what you're promoting. So you can tell when something's genuine or not. Honestly, it's a way it comes off, and I think when you're genuine, people are like, you know what, I'm gonna give that shit a try.
You can see it. What's up, Stu?
Yo,
I think Stu falls into that same category. Like, I used to think about Stu. I used to be like, what would happen if Stu got a sponsor? Because Stu don't give a fuck, and he's gonna be blunt, and he don't really try. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's gonna be similar to the way I am. But for Stu as well, he starts getting sponsorships that he's like, I actually like this shit. And then it makes it a lot easier because it's not forced, you know.
It's still like, I'll be honest, like all the companies that I'm sponsored with, I like their shit, like, and I stand behind it. But I still feel like a shill every time I post something promoting it. Like, I
Uh-huh.
just can't get over that mentally. But I mean, is it actually come off that way? I don't think so.
No,
But
no.
because like that's not what my Instagram account ever was before. Like I had any sponsors, it was just like
Hmm.
just me kind of shit posting about bodybuilding stuff.
Hmm.
You know, it's funny. I think Beatty does a good job of, like, say, if you watch his YouTube videos, he'll talk about some of his pump products and stuff like that, or dialed or whatever. And he'll say stuff like, honestly, I think you guys should just try it, whether you use my code or not. I don't fucking care. He's like, but if you're there, you want to save some money, might as well. But this, and that. So to try to kill that negative selling connotation, I guess, behind it.
Yeah. And I'm always going to tell you how have your ducks in order, right? So, like I said, if you're a young kid and you're asking me what you should do, I'm not going to throw a bunch of products your way. I'm going to just tell you the basic shit, How's your diet? I know your diet is shit. Your training is shit. Let's fix that first, So if you're being honest, it always comes up. Everything work. Everything works if you're honest. People can always see through it. Everybody can see through it. Eventually, people will catch on and they'll be like, I don't even fuck with this guy. If you're honest, people will always respect you, bro. No matter what. So even if I'm making a post because I felt like I need to, it still won't come across fucked up. I hope not, because I'm not going to say anything I don't mean. And I'm not going to promote a product that I don't use. So like, let's say Authentic Aminos, they have a bunch of shit. This amino, they have every amino you can think of. But do you see me pushing random shit? Oh, take this fucking trizepatide. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I've had some of these things sent to me, but if I don't use it, I don't really care to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those stuff. Yeah. This is my second time eating on the podcast now. So.
Yeah, bro. That was a long drive home yesterday, or no?
It was like, I actually missed the exit, bro. You know what happened? I got
for everyone who doesn't know, Beatty is one of the worst drivers I have ever seen. I was really scared when he would drive me around in San Diego, man. Like
you should be.
He'd be like a quarter mile from an exit. He'd be in the far left lane. I'm like, hey, bro, you want to like get over? And he just starts cutting across traffic, brake checking people, cutting people off. It was horrifying. Like,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Go on with
if,
story.
if I don't know where I'm going, and say I'm on Google Maps or whatever, and it says I have a mile left for my exit, I will start in that point moving over all the way. If I've never been there and I don't know how it's going to be,
how to get
That's
there.
What you should do.
So word of advice,
man. You ever feel like there's certain characteristics about yourself that maybe is negative, and you're aware of it, but it's hard to change it for some reason?
It's habitual, bro. It's something
It's
you're just
habitual.
used to. So it's like, I mean, fuck. If you're used to driving on edge all the time, it's like, well, that's what I do all the time. So fuck it.
but that the way I drive applies to the rest of my life. It's like I have a certain level of not giving a fuck that is healthy in some ways on the brain, right? Because if you give too much of a fuck, sometimes you become an anxious person. But sometimes it goes too far in the direction that, like when I drive, it's just that I don't give a fuck. I'm like, who cares, But that's not positive when it comes to driving, So that's something I gotta.
No, you're going really fast. It's
Yeah.
kind of dangerous, actually.
I'm the kind of person, honestly, like when you put a lot of pressure on me, I actually thrive under pressure. Like I work better. Put me against the wall and I have nothing else to go forward. Like I thrive. But when it comes to things like driving, right, and missing exits and shit, I'm also extremely like big on being on time to places. Like I was brought up, like if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late. So in that aspect, I make sure that I'm on time.
Yeah.
That's the thing with bodybuilders, man. Like these guys like never show up on time to shit. I think Hunter Labrada is one of the worst. Everyone makes like jokes around that like he's just like running on Hunter time, and everyone else just needs to adapt to that.
Yeah.
But like he's late to fucking everything. It's so kind of funny.
It's one of those things, bro. This is why also when it comes to training partners, I don't necessarily want to train with like a high level bodybuilder regularly, right? Just because the timing thing, right? We all at some point you're gonna be on your own time. If I get to 6 weeks out in prep, with all due respect, I love you, but I'm not waiting for you. And I don't really want you to wait for me, because if you wait for me and I get to the gym 15 minutes late, let's say, and now you're in the mood and I'm like, yo, I gotta be honest, I don't give a fuck. So get over it. And I don't want to be a dick, right? Because that's rude. So at that point, I just rather be left alone and I just train by myself. Once in a while, I'll hook up with somebody, work out, but just I don't want to be rushed. And I don't want you to rush because I'm on my own time, right? Now, if you have a training partner who maybe doesn't compete or competes like on a lower local level, they're kind of flexible. Yeah, whenever you want to go, yeah, I'll wait for you, no problem, you know? So I don't necessarily want to work out for like a high level guy regularly just because that dynamic. I can't trust myself or trust you to stay on a certain time schedule, you know?
Yeah.
That's one of those things. It works for Joe and Paul, but y'all have y'all like brother. Y'all have a much closer relationship. You're not gonna just find that with everybody.
But there's been times where I've gotten real mad at Paul. Like there was one day, like outside of prep. This is like actually somewhere recently. I didn't go off on him or anything, but I gave him a chance, right? So he was like 20 minutes late to picking me up because he offers to pick me up on the way to a certain gym because it's literally on the way. Coming from his house, and or I'm on the way coming from his house, and
this is so good.
I was ready. Yeah, I was ready to go, but he was like, like 20 minutes late, and I was talking to my mom about it, how like it really bothered me. I'm like, because at a certain point, like if we're supposed to be somewhere, you say you're going to be somewhere, and it happens too often, I started to feel disrespected. Like, look, bro, like I'm like. This is my time too. My time's valuable to me. I have things that I like to do on certain times and stuff. And I mean, it's one thing, 5-10 minutes late, shit happens. But I'm like, man, you're pushing it like at this point. But when I got to the truck, he instantly apologized. Didn't say anything when I went up to it. I casually went up to it, but he apologized. I was like, man, that shit went a long way. But don't do that shit all the time. But it's been tough sometimes.
At the end of the day,
throwing Paul under the bus when he's not here to defend himself, man.
Hey, no, it's his fault. He's not here. He's not here.
He's
right
late. He's fucking late right now.
See? This is where he learns. This is where he learns. But he knows that, though. I've told him. I've literally told him.
Yeah.
So, but he's getting better.
One of the most important things you can learn as a grown-ass man is don't be too proud to apologize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like the guys I'm cool with, they're never too big or too cool to apologize. It is what it is, bro. Oh, my fault, bro. I'm dying and I got a bad attitude. I shouldn't have said that. No problem, bro. No issues whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It don't always have to be. See, one thing, here's the way I look at life, man. I never want to be in a position where I'm standing there looking stupid. Or like, let's say you say, yo, baby, I heard this guy at the gym told me you was talking shit about me. You said I got love handles, I'm like, so like I never want to be in a position where I'm like, oh damn, oh yeah, I said that. Anything that you'll hear I said behind your back, I've already told you to your face. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is how you get the like actual respect from people in life. You know what I'm saying? And just put like you say, you got an issue with somebody's coming late, whatever. Tell them. It doesn't have to be a fight or argument. Just tell them, yo, listen, I feel some kind of way. You keep, coming late, whatever. Nah, it's not like that. Have that conversation, right? People are scared of confrontation and they let shit linger and it makes it worse, right? And then you have these relationships where nothing actually happened, but y'all don't get along. And like, what happened? Nothing. And it's like, you just let shit keep going. You know what I'm saying? So confront it head on and get over it, and then you can shake
communication is key.
It's everything, man. It's everything. And for some reason in the moment it's difficult. Like you have an argument with your girl and you're like, you don't want to talk to her. It's like, well, we grown as a.
It's different. It's different with your girlfriend because sometimes there is just no hope of rational communication in certain situations, right? Not all
It's too far.
situations, but like sometimes it's just like
It's too far gone.
talking to a brick wall, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't waste your
Bro.
time. Disconnect and then reconnoiter later and try to figure shit out. But
You got to
with
know.
your, with your
Okay,
boys, you got I mean it's different. You got to like just say like, hey,
For
dude, can you
sure.
talk about this? And if they don't, they're being feminine, which is
Exactly.
not good.
Yeah, bro. No, when Paul apologized to me, I was like, honestly, bro, I was going to tell you something, but I really appreciate you acknowledging it, and that
Simple
shows
as
me
that.
you give a fuck.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was like, that was pushing, and I'm like, look, I understand you have a job and stuff, but this wasn't a job thing this time. But I'm like, look, and you're all free to pick me up, so I'm not going to be an asshole about it. Like, you're going
Yeah,
out of your way
yeah.
for me, and I'm like, but I was like, at least give me a heads up, bro. Like, I don't mind
You
you're
know-
late if you acknowledge the fact that you're late and you give me a heads up, so I can kind of
That's
prep
it.
myself.
Like
And
you
then
said,
they
but like
kissed and made up. It's all better.
no,
Yeah,
like you
it's
said,
that simple though. It's logical reason. Just hit me up, let me know, and we're cool. It's not a big deal.
yeah, bro. Like you said, it's literally just communication. Like, it's funny because Zayla's about to hop on, but like, this guy owes money. I won't even be mad at you if you were like, yo, bro, I know it's been a couple of months, bro. I relapse and my divorce and I don't really care. That's your business, but at least you're telling me, But yo, I got you next month. Just give me some time. I would rather that. But if you just ghost me and then I don't see you again. Now next time I see you, bro, now
Gotta
it's
bust
gonna be a problem.
kneecaps. Yeah, it's gonna be a real big
Yeah,
problem.
bro. At least
Now it's gonna be a
acknowledge the
problem.
fact that don't try to hide. Like acknowledge what's going on. Like don't ignore what's happening.
Exactly. What's up, Zay? What's up, man?
You're
muted,
muted.
buddy.
You're muted, man.
We
You're
wanna hear
muted.
your beautiful voice.
Your Syrian voice. Zayd
What's
would be
up,
a
guys?
Zayd would
There
be a
he is.
dope ass character in 300. Just look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. That I look like Gerard Butler.
Yeah, I
You
can
guys
see
tell
it.
me.
I can see that too. Yeah, Zayd is a very interesting character, bro. If you really think about it, you know what I'm saying.
He's just very laid back.
Yeah, he's from Syria. He lived in UK. He's out here in LA. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's
The
very
man of the
unique,
world.
bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
Zayd.
Oh yeah,
Zayd, we're
very
going to
fortunate.
Dubai.
Yeah,
We're-
you are.
Yeah, in
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
end of July. Well,
I can't make it.
guess
Don't take
I'm
any
planning.
drugs with you, brother. Any drugs are prohibited.
I think we'll be
Be
sorted
careful.
out with the people we're going with, so that
Yeah.
shouldn't be a problem. But
That's good. That's good.
yeah,
You're gonna have a good time. It's a good country to visit. You'll have a really good time, and
We're
you'll see
going-
some modern stuff, really high tech buildings, and stuff like that.
all right. Yeah, Beatty was supposed to go, but he's got some stupid show that he has to compete in USA or something.
Yeah,
It's the same weekend, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
go
is
figure.
speaking of that, have you been talking to Justin? Is he going to come down for that?
For USA's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'ma
I'ma
he's
talk-
for sure coming down, or maybe.
We haven't talked about it, but yeah. But I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. Honestly,
Well, because he told me, he said, if I end up coming down to USA, they kind of left it at that after I asked him, oh, you're coming down? I don't know if he just ignored it or whatever, but
because we haven't had a conversation officially.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm definitely planning on flying him out. That's the case.
Mhm.
I'll probably hit up Brett as well. But hey, you wanna chip in? Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
hit
yeah,
up
because
everybody
we're both
once.
doing it, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get everybody to chip in, and then I'm gonna pocket the money and then get a discount.
Just leave
But
it
shit,
stranded.
I'll fly him out too. Fuck it.
He couldn't make it. What happened to that money I sent you? Oh, these airlines, they kept the money. They don't want to
So,
give me a
I've been struggling and went through a divorce,
yeah, the divorce it's tight right now, I don't got it.
Oh,
But
shit.
Zayd,
I'll donate $5 to get Justin out to the USA's.
It adds up.
I never had a coach at any show, dude. I think I need to experience that. I never had a coach with me for a show. It's always online.
To be honest, like it's fun if you like your coach. If you have a good friendship with your coach, it's worthwhile in that way. If money's tight,
Yeah.
fuck that. Don't do it. But if you got the extra money, it makes it fun, especially if you I don't know. You just around your boys and shit. I think it's fun. I think it's fun personally, but
Dude,
I don't.
I think if Blue came to one of my shows and he was like there in my hotel room and backstage or whatever, I think that would stress me the fuck out because he's like so anal and like just focus, like everything has to be perfect and like I don't think that would be good for me. And I'm a little worried because
I
he
agree.
told me uh if I get qualified this year, he's coming to the Olympia. Now keep in mind he hasn't traveled to a show in like probably 5 or 6 years. Like he doesn't do that shit ever. So he's going to be all out of his element and anxious. And then I'm going to be like doing the show and he's going to be watching me like a hawk the whole time. I'm like, I don't know if that'll be good.
Are you guys
Yeah,
like friends outside of coaching? Like, do you guys
Yeah,
talk like
yeah.
friends?
We're really good friends. I just like I know what his personality's like, and it's like it's
Yeah.
good, but there is a bit of distance when we're just communicating through a phone, and he's not
Yeah,
like
I get you.
staring down the back of my neck. Um, I don't know, it might be totally fine, but he's a
You know, it's
character.
funny. Like, yeah, like Beatty said, like if it was my first show with Justin, like I never really like I didn't establish anything outside of him just checking in and seeing my pictures and shit. And he came down, I think I'd be kind of stressed out. But like when he did come down, there was already a friendship established. Like we being together, laughed together, all that shit. So it was dope. But I can imagine
yeah, yeah.
that being pretty stressful.
I can tell you guys have really good synergy between you guys. But when I was
Yeah,
down
man.
there,
I
I
told you.
can I
Yeah,
can
we
witness it for sure.
that kind of got established. So it was pretty much like a coach client thing for those first two shows that I did. It was after USA's when I think I kind of proved myself to him on how serious I'm taking my bodybuilding career. Um, and obviously what happened, right? And we won, and he came down to visit and everything, and we sat down. I got to know him on more of a personal level after USA's, and that's where you guys kind of saw that friendship. And then like there was a lot of, I guess, relatability between the two of us through some of the stories we had. And this guy can talk. Like I I became friends with him like overnight. Like literally, we were eating all kinds of pancakes and shit at a diner and stuff. But that was where that started, and then it kind of turned into what you guys saw. So it's been cool. But there's so much less stress for me now that there's a friendship involved.
Yeah,
It's
it's
weird.
different.
Like I almost respect somebody more that I could call a friend than somebody that I don't know on that level to an extent, because now it's like, okay, if I see you as a friend, now I know you got my back and my best interest in heart outside of financial means. That makes sense. So
Yeah.
now it's like I trust him even more, knowing him as on a intellectual level than just a coaching client basis. It's like way better.
Mhm.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't work with a coach if I don't like you and respect you as other human being first. I know some people feel like, well, that doesn't matter. That's just a coach, but it matters to me. If
Yeah,
it's
it's a difference.
maybe if it's just business, like when I talk about business, I feel like business is different. I don't have to
Mhm.
like you or be best friends with you to make money with you or to mutually benefit financially, right? You can go into business or even be sponsored with somebody who you don't necessarily like that much, but that's business. But as far as coaching, I think you have to know they have your best interests at heart and not I know people say, well, all my clients are the same. I think we all four of us know that's not fucking true.
It's like
There's a lot
saying
of coaches.
you don't have a favorite kid, bro.
Yeah,
Everybody has a favorite kid, bro.
cut that shit out. I would rather you just admit it to me because I already know. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay as long as you care about me enough, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, I have to respect you as a person, and I guess you have to respect me as a person enough to take me seriously as well. So that's one of those things. But I think it's important. I think that's way more important than the actual X's and O's because I don't think Hani has the most wins because he's the smartest coach of all time. I think he's very involved. That's why, and that's why he has a very limited bunch. Same with, well, Blue don't have a limited bunch, but Blue is very involved as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing. I think
I
it
think
is important.
with most of his clients, Blue is very involved with the X's and O's, and he is very good at the X's and O's. I don't know if I don't think he is friends with a lot of his clients to the same extent that he is with me or like some of the other guys that I know
That's
work with
insane.
him.
Yeah.
But like, because like some of his clients, he works with them and like they don't follow shit and they don't work hard, and he's just like, man, this is fucking
Mhm.
annoying. Like he continues doing his best with them, right? But like he's not gonna go out of his way to be friendly
Yeah.
with somebody who's being a fucking loser.
He's the only open. You're the only open pro with him. Yeah.
I don't.
No, no.
I
He
might
got
be.
don't he got Toto Young now?
Yeah, well,
Oh
he's
yeah,
like
man. He
classic
got
in control,
shredded. He got shredded with him.
right? Yeah,
That's the first time I've seen him in that kind of shape.
that the last couple of weeks, Blue just mentioned he started working them a couple weeks ago and made a big
We
difference
should send
already.
Hassan over.
Well,
Yo, so okay, so like no
If
bias.
Toto
Like,
can get shredded, Hassan can get shredded, brother. I promise you.
oh, that's
You
a
know,
whole nother
he
topic.
had
We
a
gonna get into
really
that.
tough, like he had a hard time nailing a condition. I've never seen him this shredded before. You know,
No, me neither.
until he hired Blue.
Who are you
He
guys
got
talking
really
about? I missed it.
Toto,
Toto.
John,
I don't know who that is actually.
the shorter
Oh,
Asian guy, he trains out
he
of
let the cow.
Bolts Venice, and
Yeah.
Oh,
he was like a $185 on stage.
Okay, that guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's a little shorter, but he might be doing classic. Like, he might be able to
He
make
did
weight.
classic.
That makes
Yeah.
I don't know if it's only me or because I like the guy. I always thought he had a really good, crazy physique. Like every time I would see him at the gym, I'm like, this guy looks like pretty nuts. You know?
Right?
What-
It's just the back, bro. There's no
Okay.
back.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
when he's in the gym, he looks like fucking
He looks-
Mr. Olympia.
he looks-
It looks crazy.
I think he
Yeah.
looks incredible in the gym. Obviously,
Yeah.
you know, there's sometimes there's like gym physiques and stage physiques, you know, that goes. But I looks like he looks good to me. I don't know, you know, but
Looks real good. Yeah.
seems like he's having a hard time at the pro. Maybe size, I guess.
well, he's
I
also
don't
in
know.
his mid-40s, you know. Like he's been doing
Yeah.
this forever, and he's never even worked with a coach. This is what Bloom said to me. Like he's just always kind of done his own thing.
Mhm. He
I
has
want
a
to
friend
see.
he trains with. His name is George, and him and George have been like coaching each other for the longest times. So it's not technically a coach, but it's kind of like your buddy keeping an eye on you. But he needed professional coaching, like Blues, for sure.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
I guess I think sometimes we have to understand that everybody has a different goal and vision of bodybuilding. Some people just
Mhm.
enjoying it. They don't really care about too many of those things, right?
I kind of
like
want
one
to try that someday. Like
Mhm.
just say, hey, Blue, I'm going to go do my own thing for like 2 shows here. I might look like shit, but I just want to try it, you know? And I
is
very
fun.
likely would not look as good doing that. But, you know, maybe I could set like a weird challenge for myself. Like, I want to do a shotgun 6-week prep and see if we can pull this off. Like, Blue would never allow me to do that. Never. He'd be like, no, we're starting at 12 weeks out, preferably 16, you know, because he likes to set everything up, right? But like in my head, I'm like, oh, what can I get away with and like actually look decent on stage, you know?
Mhm.
Um,
Hey man, what I will say is that for me, even though I didn't look my best or far from my best, it's really fun. In a lot of ways, it's really fun to kind of like do all that trial and error and kind of do things the way you like it, right? Let's say if a coach, like if your coach likes to do like 6 days low, 1 day high, and maybe you always wanted to try, you know, 3 days, you know, something different, or you wanted to try bigger refeeds with like lower maintenance days, shit like that. So you get to have some more fun and maybe get to eat some of the foods that you prefer. It's definitely more fun, you know. Now, will you look your best? I think some people, Compton look pretty fucking good, you know. Fucking Dennis Wolf look. I mean, he's probably the only one who looked better, you know. And it sounded like he was having more fun. He was having some crazy ass cheat days. Juan Morel won shows, and he looked like he was having a fucking blast. So
James Hollingshead, I mean, he basically, you know, we know that he coached himself for quite a few shows.
It's hey man, it's worth a try. As far as like, first of all, you're having fun, and You never know. Somebody like Stu, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if Stu could actually do it. He had the gift of metabolism. Him getting away with
that's
stuff.
the thing. I could get away with it. It wouldn't be optimal or ideal. And honestly, man, I'd probably just be calling up like, "Hey, dude, how's it going? I kind of miss
Nothing wrong
talking
with
to
that.
you." Yeah,
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Because he can still keep an eye, like
Yeah.
JP was doing with homie who's that?
with Hogshead.
Yeah, wait, who? Somebody's entering the chat room, but I don't know. It says Justin. I know 10 Justins. So
Justin Wyatt?
Fucking Justins. There's so many of them.
which
This is what
Justin
happens
is?
when you just spam links, bro.
Yeah, should I let him in?
Timberlake.
Fuck it.
Hey, those are in right now, huh, Stu? I've been seeing a lot of dudes wear shit like that.
Dude, yeah, one of my buddies just like actually, fuck, we went to that rave on New Year's and he was wearing these, and we were driving home afterwards, coming down from a bunch of drugs, and he's just like, "Here, dude, have these." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Hey,
These are
guys,
like $100 sunglasses, right? They're kind of
Those
expensive.
are dope. Yeah, no, I walked by a store the other day and I saw like this big layout of those. I'm like, those must be in as fuck right now.
Yeah,
hey guys,
they're a little.
let's try to guess which Justin it is.
Wyatt,
It's lowercase
I have
Justin.
a feeling.
I think so too. I'm not gonna lie. I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What you guys think?
Oh, speaking of those glasses, Justin O'Donnell, he has some like
Oh
that.
yeah,
He's one
he
of the first
rocks
people I
them.
saw.
He's got
I'll
the
say
fucking
Justin
fucking
Shire.
Jeep and
He's
everything.
got the look. He's got the look for it.
Yeah,
Fucking white boy,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't think I can pull them off because I'm like
With that
dubiously
hair,
white.
bro.
O'Donnell is gonna be on at some point. I can't.
Oh,
Just as
There you go,
suspected.
Wyatt. There we
What
go.
up?
There he
It's
is.
good, bro. I wasn't sure which Justin it was. Too many Justins. It's good, bro.
I know what's up, guys.
What's up,
Nothing
brother?
much. Nothing much, brother. Nothing much. But we were talking about self-coaching. I honestly I think Stu could pull it off. Like I said, he has the gift of metabolism. So sometimes getting away with shit for people like Stu isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes you just be fucking bigger and fuller. Sometimes who knows? They might like that look for me.
I'll say this, like I spent the last 2 weeks, I just started prep again on Monday, and I spent the last 2 weeks fucking off basically. I was eating like 3 or 4 bodybuilding meals a day, but like eating a shitload. And I'm back down to like 254 today. Like I didn't put on like any body fat really, maybe a couple pounds. So
were you eating other meals besides those 3 meals? Or
Oh yeah, I was eating like just bullshit as well. No, I had that little bout of like extreme Montezuma's revenge diarrhea in the middle of that, which probably kept things under control. But it wasn't bad. Like I think most of my look is going to come back once all the drugs kick back in, because I was like on some like low dose test and primo for like
Yeah.
those 2 weeks. Not fucking nothing compared to a prep cycle, but everything's rolling back in now. So
Low key, man. I want to see Stu try it. Just do some stupid shit. Take mad fucking Adderall, fucking mad just trend.
just do like the
200
Tony Huge experiments,
Yo, what if you look crazy, bro? It's
Yeah,
possible.
well, what if I do and then I'm like, oh shit, taking more drugs works better. That's a slippery
You know,
slope.
I literally had this conversation with Paul this morning when I was going to the gym for cardio. And I said, I need shit to keep me in line because I'll go off the rails on anything.
Yeah.
I'm an extremist. So if I did that to myself, I don't know what would happen. I
Like,
would,
you know what you
Yeah.
should do.
yeah.
But then there's that like little thing in your ear, like, hey dude, it's like the devil on your shoulder.
That's why, yeah. The fuck is always there.
I've tried higher doses, and it didn't necessarily work because I did it the wrong way. I did the higher doses in prep. Like the doses were going up the closer I get, which is worse because somebody like me, I just hold more water and look softer, right? Now, what if I did high doses in the off season? I haven't really done that because in my head, I'm like, I just want to eat and work out. I feel like I don't want to feel toxic, but maybe that's when I would actually grow the most, if I pushed it in off season. So Everybody's different. I mean, I know Dorian would basically his preps were almost natty. Just he didn't want to hold any water. He wanted to see what he really looked like. But then he would push it in off season, you know. But in my head, I feel like no, you should take it easy in off season. And I don't know. So
It's funny. See, I know that, right? Like I've done the off season where it was actually way less on the drug side as far as compounds. Dosages were pretty, I guess you could say average for most pros, but it was the amount of stuff that like together that was less, and I got more out of it just by pushing food and training really hard. And I feel worse when I run more stuff, but I would still probably go back to running more, knowing that fact for my body.
yeah, because you're trying to be better, you know. But also, we all have different physiques and different goals. I don't necessarily think I need to be that big. I think I just need to be shredded and full, and I'll look big because proportion wise, I think
Dude, you look really big. Like in person, like you.
I
I
tried
know
to
you
tell
don't
him
see
that.
it.
I don't see it, bro.
None of us see it, but like you take up a lot of fucking space.
It makes me. It makes me. I just. It's hard. I just don't believe it, bro. Because I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like. I feel like I look aesthetic. I just look like a classic guy in my head.
We all think that. We all think that.
Classic. Oh my god.
In my head, that's what I see. You know, fucking a barrel was like, oh, looking huge. I'm like, you think I look big, bro? I don't think so. But
bro, yesterday watching you pose, like these guys would be pretty proud of you, man, if they saw you in person, because like even your legs, they're literally double the size than USA's.
Yeah, you're looking.
Don't tell them.
You're definitely different.
Don't tell them, Joe. I want to catch them
bro.
off guard.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When I went home, my mom asked me about you. How's Bailey looking? I'm not gonna lie, Mom. Bailey looking pretty damn good. I'm proud.
Yeah, does she do that often?
No. But
I like his mom. I like Joe's mom.
Wait, I think I met your mom. I shouldn't be rude.
Yeah, she was at the show. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut.
She cares about all my friends.
I'm gonna cut that segment out. Say it over again, but just say it. Tell everybody I look like shit and my legs are small.
Okay, yeah, Bailey looks like shit. His legs are small.
Yeah, the knee injury.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah, not a chance. He has no chance.
No, the fucking knee injury. It's been really fucking up my leg days, and it's gonna be rough. But
Brett, it's all yours, dog.
I gotta see it through, though. I'm gonna do my best. What's up, Jordan?
What's up, man? I just got my sound to work.
Oh, there we go.
I
You
don't know
look
if
different.
I've said anything before.
Everything?
His face looks more sunken in, bro. I swear.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I
way
noticed.
more than last week.
That was crazy.
For a
Every day
show
right
or
now.
something?
It's like
Huh?
my body's zooming right now. I don't know what's going on.
Hey,
Good.
like something happened from 2 weeks ago till now. Like you went from on target to like shredded glutes all out of nowhere. You went from like a regular prep look to like boom, he's almost ready. Like
Well, see,
overnight.
that's what I'm used to, is being way ahead, and so I almost felt behind because I was on track. But I think it was just a drop of stress. I stopped stressing a bunch of dumb stuff and just allowed my body to relax a little bit and my mind to relax. Even though I was busy, I was just overstressed, and I think it was just retaining water, and all of a sudden my body just like let off the stress.
We talk about this sometimes. I know me and Joe talked about it. Sometimes you put on a lot of new muscle. It looks different. So it's hard to gauge your condition sometimes. I was looking at myself and I'm like, I can't tell if it's a head or because it looks different to me. Then I pulled up last year pictures about 6 weeks out and I'm like, oh no, it's a head. But it looks different when you're smaller and with it bigger. The muscles look different; they sit different, so it's hard to tell. And the condition sometimes comes in different ways, right? You'll be like, okay, this year my abs came in faster. This year my glutes came in faster. So it's really hard to gauge sometimes when you have a bunch of new muscle.
I was talking to Justin Abbott about it. Remember, Justin? I sent you those pictures 7 weeks out last time, just 7 weeks out this time, and I was like, bro, I can't tell if I'm leaner, if I'm fatter. Like I know I'm bigger, but like I couldn't tell it, and you thought I was leaner, just different lighting.
Well, yeah, I took those screenshots. Remember, I took those screenshots and circled. You could see different parts of your hamstrings were more in, and your glutes were more in, and stuff like that. So it's all just mental shit, and it was different lighting,
head, bro. I was like, I don't know, I was mentally like disappointed myself. And I think I also went into this prep expecting it to be as easy as last prep, and it just wasn't. Last prep was like, I felt like I wasn't even hardly dieting, but we had to
Click
push
on that.
out
Yeah,
low,
that
and
one right
then
there.
all of a sudden stuff started coming in.
I've been watching Jordan's. This looks pretty fucking insane.
Bro, I felt flat posing like that last night. That's
Shit.
after I hit a new low this morning. We finally did a high day today.
Bro, you've never been this round before, but
For
you
sure
look good. Keep
Thank you,
feeling
man.
flat. Yeah,
We'll
I've
see
been
how
watching-
it goes after the day.
I've been watching Jordan's YouTube, and I
Yeah,
swear
I-
I want to throw the remote at the fucking television sometimes. He's like, damn, the carbs is down right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got this bowl of cream of rice. I'm like, that shit looks so good right now, bro.
You're like on fish and veggies or something.
Yeah, but that shit looks so good. But you know what? I talked to Janicki about this. Y'all feel just as shitty, bro. Ain't no fucking difference.
I feel horrible this week, bro. Even when I get a high day, I feel terrible. But it's like I know I'm supposed to. I feel how I should.
That's the only time I can relate. Let's say if I get a high day, I'm like, I don't feel any better. Like I might feel worse. I'm like, I'm just more hungry and fucking
Your
more sleepy.
metabolism ramps up.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know what it is this year, but like maybe it's because I've been lean for a long time now, but it's starting to feel normal. I had that little break the last couple of weeks too. Like today, this morning was the first day I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm like 4 weeks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was me last prep too, bro. I was like, I could sustain this where I'm at for like 4 months, just like right here.
That's what I told Joe last night. I was like, well, I could do this for 6 months.
I think you just get used to feeling like shit that becomes your new normal, and you're just like, well,
yeah. to be honest, it doesn't feel that bad. Like I woke up and I'm like, okay, I don't want to get up and use the bathroom. I'm kind of tired. Then I get up, use the bathroom. And I'm like, I'm okay.
You gotta tell yourself to do shit. It's like that's what I have to do. It's like once you get moving, like it's like, oh yeah, okay. This is just in my head. I was just like,
do it anyways, bro. Do it anyway. And shout out to Nick. Nick been keeping me accountable in a way only Nick can do. You're like you're doing cardio like a pussy. You're like, hey, if you answering questions doing cardio, that's not good enough. I'm like, I listen. It depends who it is. Like Stu shouldn't be pushing his cardio hard. Stu should be holding back. But for me, I can see where he's coming from. I just
18 minutes of walking in the morning at a brisk pace, very brisk.
Yeah, some people should hold back, and then in Nick's case, he
to push too, when to push and when to pull back.
Exactly.
There's times for everybody.
I've seen Nick do cardio. He pushes pretty hard. I think he pushes hard so he doesn't have to do more. That could be a good strategy.
Wait, which Nick are you talking about?
Walker.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you talking about Justice?
I don't know. There's a lot of Nicks in this sport too.
There's a lot of Nicks, yeah. But I've seen him do it. That might be a good strategy to try. But my only thing is the one time I remotely tried like pushing it, like doing Stairmaster, let's say for instance, my legs couldn't recover because I train legs twice a week. So I would go into leg day if they weren't recovered, they felt hollow. Then I would go into cardio, they felt hollow. So I'm like, maybe the Stairmaster thing doesn't work for me. Now if I do a really intense bike session or intense treadmill session, it don't really bother me too much,
What about elliptical?
That's for girls. Shut up.
It's hard for me to get my heart rate.
I do.
It's good, dude. I like it in prep. It hits the legs pretty well.
The elliptical, it's actually not bad.
It cranks the heart rate up fast, and it doesn't
Really?
flex as bad.
Yeah.
It won't flatten the legs.
I have to do something that is in control of me. So like the treadmill makes me go at the speed. I can't slow down. I can't speed up. Like
it's too much focus, right?
I'm forced to do the same speed no matter how I feel. So you do elliptical, you're in control of how fucking hard you're pulling, like
that's okay. Joe said it perfectly. Mm-hmm. When I get to the point I'm at now, trying to keep like 80 RPM is difficult because it takes focus that I might not have. So I kind of, if the treadmill is going, I have to keep up. I'm not gonna fall. I'm gonna keep up, even if I'm tired. But if I have to keep up the speed, sometimes maybe I lose focus for a little bit, and I'm like, oh shit, I'll slow down. I don't want that to happen. I wanted to kind of control me more than anything.
Bro, there was a couple of times last prep because I told myself I was going to do the treadmill on incline the whole way through, and because I'm going to do that, I'm not going to hold on. I don't care how tired I am. I'm not changing the speed, the incline, nothing. I'm man the fuck up, no matter how long the duration is. And there was times where I'll be walking, I'll close my eyes for like 2 seconds, and I'll start like I'll start hitting the side like fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
that's what.
That's how you know you're doing it hard enough, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on, you start fucking drifting.
There was a day last week where I had another hour of cardio to do at night, because I was busy working and stuff. I didn't get to do it. And I'm like, yo, I can barely stand up. How the fuck am I going to do this? I went and smoked like 2 blunts, bro. I was so out of my mind high that it made me uncomfortable. But I'm like, perfect. Now I'm distracted because I'm like, oh, I'm high. Fuck, oh my God. I'm so high that I'm doing cardio and not even paying attention to the cardio. And I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, okay, good. 30 minutes. I'm like, I didn't even look at my phone. I was just walking high as fuck, like fucking stone face. Like, wait, where the fuck am I going? And then time flew by, because I was that high. I don't recommend this. I'm just saying sometimes.
Not a recommendation. Yeah.
You gotta
Sounded
you gotta do.
like a recommendation to me, bro.
It did, bro. 100%. I think you sold Zayd on it.
Yeah, definitely.
You definitely sold us on it.
To be honest, I think we all reach a point in the prep where you're just trying to survive. You kind of forget everything. Like, I don't care if I have to take fucking Adderall every fucking day. If this is gonna get me to the show, I'm gonna fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't like to smoke this much, but at this point, I'm like, when I feel my mood shifting, when my mood shifts for the worse, it makes everything less efficient. It makes me feel more tired. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna take some kind of THC or kratom or something. Just once my mood is good, I don't care if I'm tired. I could be tired of fuck, but I can still train my clients. I can still talk to them. I'm not being a dick. So that's all I need. Tired is fine. Who cares? Everybody's tired.
That's what helps me in cardio, bro. Like, because I take my kratom pre-workout and then it kind of slowly hits me. Don't take Jordan's kratom. Take this one. Nah. I won't try to promote mine. I didn't know that's what.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Jordan mid 40.
Yeah, mid 45 and uprising. But I mean, it is crazy because I've had other people tell me before in their preps they've used it and it helps with cardio, but it really does. It's like by the time I get to the end of my work, like, when you walk in the gym and your heart rate's not up and you do that first exercise in prep, you're like lean and you feel like you're dying just to do that first exercise, but then maybe 3 exercises in, you're like, okay, I feel pretty good now. Exactly. And then by the end of it, a lot of times I'm usually dragging and I'm like, gosh, I've got post-workout cardio now. But lately, this prep with kratom, honestly, I get to my cardio and like, I could do my whole cardio session right now and I have to split it and do more later. I wish I could just go ahead and knock it out. It's easy. It's really weird. I never experienced that before this.
It almost kills the fatigue that you feel, or numbs it or some shit. Because for that slight little bit of time, you feel damn near normal. But then when it's done, you're like, oh yeah, forgot.
Yeah. I haven't even tried kratom yet.
Oh really?
You love it, bro. You will fucking love it.
But
they could probably ship it. They could probably ship these to you if you ever tried one of these dials.
100% would. They're like a newer company. Hit them up, bro. 100%.
Yeah, they're like working with pro bodybuilders and stuff, so you can get them for free, probably.
What does it taste like? What does that dial drink taste like?
Almost like a seltzer. Like, it's a little sweeter than a seltzer, but they have like a kind of fruitiness taste to it, depending on the flavor. My favorite one's a strawberry Raz. I think that'd be everybody's favorite.
I think there's like 4 or 5 different flavors. Some of them do a better job than others at masking the kratom flavor.
Yeah,
what I was going to ask about is the earthy taste.
I keep hearing that.
Pretty good though.
I keep hearing that kratom has this weird aftertaste. all that shit tastes good to me, you know. But I'm a complete nutcase right now, so don't you can't take my word. But all that shit tastes good to me.
The Mint 45, not to shit on them, I think Mint 45 works absolutely amazing. I've used them, but the aftertaste of those little red shots, I'm like, ooh,
Oh yeah,
fuck.
I really like that.
It depends
Am I
on
weird?
which batch. So like Stu
I
tried
agree,
the
Stu.
the regular batch, and it's almost like a spicy, like hits you really hard, strong lemon lime taste. But
Yeah.
you may have tried one of the more recent batches. They're trying to redo the formula, so the batches
It's like
have been
that,
different.
but with like almost minty.
Really?
The one I tried, yeah, it almost has like a mint flavor to it, the aftertaste with
Yeah,
the
because if
kratom.
you just take like a shot of kratom that's like unflavored, it tastes like real grassy, earthy. Like I don't like that.
Yeah, no, it didn't taste like that. No.
Hey
I saw
man,
you chewing on those gels. You said they didn't taste like anything.
Yeah,
The gels are good.
the gels I can just bite into them and I don't taste anything. But
I'm with Stu on
that's the sin gels.
I'm with Stu on that one. Sometimes I like a little bit of that bite for whatever reason. Like apple cider vinegar, if I put it in like my digestion drink with like the greens product, that little
That's a
kick.
no from me, bro.
Yeah,
Really?
that shit's
Bro.
gross. No thanks.
I
Bro,
can't
Probably
do it.
do that every day, but I don't. Like I
It's probably
usually
gonna
do
wakes
it
you
for a
up.
week, and then I'm like, man,
Stu,
fuck this.
I'm the same. I'll do it for like 5 days in the off season. I'm like, okay, this will help my digestion even more. Then I quit.
Yeah.
bro, when I tell you, I literally put that in my pre and intra for the flavor. I'm not even doing it for digestion, literally for the flavor.
Dude, I've heard people do this before. It's
Dang.
like it. I don't understand it, man. So strange.
You're
I
different.
fucking love it, bro. I mean,
Psychotic.
I'm also West African. My taste buds are not very if you see like my ground beef meal, the amount of sriracha I put on there, I probably should stop because I do get a little bit of fucking indigestion from it. But
There's sugar in sriracha too.
I didn't know that. That's probably why I'm fat.
He's doing
I didn't
the Ronnie Coleman method with the barbecue sauce. You know, still gets
Compton,
great.
Compton just cuts my carbs lower. He just cuts the more rice.
So you can get
Make a
10
fat
grams
side.
of sugar from sriracha.
It all evens out, dude.
I didn't realize how many of you guys
Yeah.
knew about that black truffle sauce, bro.
Shit is
Belinda's,
so good.
Yeah,
Oh my
bro,
God.
that's incredible.
It's so
Yo,
good, but I had it a little too late where it's that kind of spice messes with my like digestion a little bit at the end of my preps.
You
Like,
have to
things
weigh
like
it
that.
out, bro. If I do more than 10 grams on a meal, I'll get reflux.
Yeah, that's what was happening to me. So like, damn it, it
I'm
lasted
eating
me like 2
like
days.
zero seasonings or zero sauces on all my meals lately. My digestion's 10 times better.
I mean, yeah, it would be.
Fucking shit.
Listen, to some extent, all the spices are gonna affect your digestion to a point.
Yeah.
Every single one. Now that don't mean I'm not gonna use this. I'm still gonna fucking use this shit. That's just me personally. but make no mistake, if you took that out and you took out Crystal Light, you took out diet soda, your digestion will get better. You know, but motherfucker, we trying to survive out here sometimes, bro. You gotta survive, man. You know. When it comes to the but that black truffle sauce, I actually cut it out because I got like 20 DMs when I posted it, and they were like, "Yo, there's milk in it, there's cheese in it," and I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't imagine it's enough. I wouldn't imagine there's enough to make a difference if the motherfucker got 2 calories in it. But I just right now I'm a little bit too anal that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold off, you know. But
I bought a half gallon of it.
Wait, you could do
Listen,
that?
Yeah, bro.
Bro, on their website, it's a half gallon for $24.
I'm looking this.
Somebody
up.
Oh,
saw
wow.
my
I'm gonna. How
somebody
much?
saw my YouTube. Somebody saw my YouTube, and then they reached out to me on Instagram. He's like, "Bro, look at this half gallon on Melinda's website. You can get for $25. And if you order like $30 worth, it's free shipping. So I just ordered a half gallon and then a bottle, and I'm going to be refilling my bottles.
What the fuck?
Hey, man.
It's like half the price.
$25. Wow.
if these guys caught on to the bodybuilding world, they would be sponsoring bodybuilders left and right and making all kind of money.
Oh no,
They just
Frank's Red Hot missed out on that too. They should have done that shit.
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's keep it in the family. Ross is doing it. Let's just support Ross, I guess.
I'm surprised you don't have a hot sauce yet.
Oh, you don't have a hot sauce?
no.
Not really.
What
So,
the fuck you waiting
so
for?
my
Maple
spicy.
sriracha is spicy, but that's like the only
It's not really spicy though.
What is Nerdy
More
Sanchez?
sweet.
I thought that was going to be spicy.
No, that's like taco.
It's sweet, and yeah, it doesn't really have a lot of spicy. I love that one though. It's taco sauce.
Dude, you
Yeah,
can
it's
get
really
a
good.
half-gallon case, which I believe is 4 half-gallons for $90.
That's a steal.
Might have to invest.
And it's going to get you free shipping.
Go use
I gotta
it.
try it. I never had that sauce.
I mean,
Stu will sell you
most.
some.
I probably know about still selling some of his. I probably know about 30 bodybuilders who use it all the way till show day, no problem.
But
So
Blue actually has me keep it in, like he has it in my plan, like
It's
hot
sodium.
sauce, 15 grams, because like it's got.
that's hilarious.
He wants me keeping my sodium consistent, right? And there's a significant amount of sodium in there, so
That makes
Mustard
sense.
does that
keep it the
too.
same. Just keep it the same.
Yeah.
As long as it's consistent and not causing problems. If I do it more than one meal a day, I'll get bad reflux.
Yeah, like in my preps, I'll use Flavor Gang, and then I'll be like, "Hey, Todd, you like? Should I pull this out? You think?" He's like, "No, keep everything exactly the same."
Hmm.
Man, I got to be honest. I don't actually believe that kind of shit makes a difference, unless it does. Unless it's like every time I use Splenda, I get gassy. Or yeah, common sense it's making you gassy. But for the most part, I don't think I believe you look better if you take out fucking protein powder necessarily and shit like that.
I never
or
did
even-
that for a show.
But the
I never
problem
pulled
is
out.
when people ignore the signs, when they ignore what's going on just because they want some flavor, that's when it becomes a problem.
Exactly.
That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. Now, like I've done preps in the past. Don't laugh at me. Where I've done like Crest bars and shit like that. That I think that
Okay,
did make a
Jamie.
difference.
Yeah.
Those things make you fart like crazy. They're really good though.
Yeah, bro. That
Yeah,
those,
yeah.
The
the
cookie dough
s'mores Quest bar is the shit.
You gotta microwave it on a
Yes,
little
you
plate
do microwave
and then
it.
eat it with a
Yep.
spoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
The
Okay.
barbell
Wouldn't it be
protein
nice
bar
to
is
prep
better.
like that, dude?
Bro, those barbells are
It would be.
fire, Zane.
They are fire.
Amazing.
Yeah.
See,
I understand.
I don't actually believe it makes a difference that anybody would notice. Now that being said, I won't do it because I can't take any risks. You know, for whatever reason, I can't take any risks, so I wouldn't do it. But I think if you're doing it, Janiki does do it. I believe when I watch his.
I watched this
Uh,
YouTube video just this morning. He eats
okay,
all kinds
so-
of random shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Okay,
I just watched Ian Valaire's podcast, or Hani's
With
podcast
Hani?
with Ian,
Mhm.
and he actually talks about how Greg Doucette, when he turned him pro,
He did.
like he would actually eat pretty much
I was
how
gonna say.
Jordan does to an extent. And Ian said that was actually the most peeled he ever was. And so
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he also
that-
wasn't using a bunch of anabolics and stuff either. Though he says it on there.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I'm just saying, like as far as like nutrition and stuff, right? Like
that it still works.
depending
Yeah.
on the
It's a
person's
calorie
digestion.
It
Yeah.
is.
So as long as your digestion handles things well and you're able to move things, like you can get away with a
Good to
lot
go.
of shit.
Well,
That's-
Greg himself. Did you see Greg when he turned pro or when he
Yeah.
competed? I mean, Greg was shredded.
Well, he still
I mean,
does
He
that.
was peeled. He was peeled.
Yeah.
He has like
and Gre-
popcorn every day and shit like that. Yeah.
I was gonna say that Greg took it a level further. He wasn't just like he was actually having popcorn and whatever recipes he'd be having. Like he don't mind using baking powder and all that kind of stuff. And he got shredded. You know what I'm saying? If you get shredded, then you're shredded, no problem. If you're Hassan Mustafa, that might not even be the issue.
No.
Yeah.
But don't take
Don't even try
any
it.
chances, brother. Don't try anything. So like I said, I'm taking out that fucking sauce because I ain't trying nothing. You know, but
Mhm.
you guys go ahead. I mean, keep doing it, motherfucker. Have
Bro,
fun.
anabolic French toast is the shit. Let me tell you.
Well,
That'll
that's
be-
that's literally
Toast.
just egg whites and fucking
Yeah.
toast. Like
But
that's
I'm just
nothing.
saying, like
Yeah.
It tastes
that's
good, yeah.
that's something like he would do though. You know, so
Yeah.
that's just fucking bomb.
I do
Well-
that on all my low days for
Yeah.
breakfast.
See, there you go. There's sourdough toast and shit for bread.
So
Now,
good.
also, you have to know yourself. I'm somebody who doesn't want a little bit. Like, if you offer me, hey, you want to try a piece of this cake? Do you have more? No, I'm good. I don't even want to try the cake because what's the point of me trying it, liking it, and I can't have more, right? So I'd rather leave it alone. So if I know that I have to diet on low carbs, and then I can have 8 ounces of rice or bagel, I'm gonna have the rice, because what's gonna happen is if I have half a bagel, I'm gonna be like, I want 2 more, but I can't have 2 more. So now I'm just thinking about the bagel every day I wake up, and it creates a really bad habit and bad cravings in my head. So I don't want any cheat meals, like none. Throughout the whole prep, I don't want any cheat meals, because what happens is I don't think about it. I have no cravings right now. Give me a cheat meal, I'll be craving that cheat meal every fucking week for the whole prep. So
But what if it's something you get daily though, and then it's not a cheat meal?
Oh yeah, but okay, but let's say if you gave
You don't
me,
have the calories for it, though.
Yeah.
I don't, but even if I did, let's say I take away my rice and add Pop-Tarts, I'm still thinking about that Pop-Tarts all day, so it still bothers me negatively, you know. So I have that Pop-Tarts pre-workout. Now post-workout, I'm like, oh, I really want a Pop-Tart. I ain't gonna bend, but I don't want to add that stress to my life, you know.
I remember I had a prep where I was doing like 3 Rice Krispie treats pre-workout, but the rest of the day he was basically starving me. And I remember how obsessive I got about those, now that you say that.
Yeah, and some people, I've seen people do it. They can have their cheat meal or snack that was good, and they're good. They don't think about it. They're not obsessing about it. If that's you, then it works great for you.
Bro, I
For some
remember
people.
I would sit in my car with those Rice Krispie treats, and I would not want to I'd be like, I want to sit here and not train because I'm just thinking about like licking the inside of this wrapper of this Rice Krispie treat.
Bro,
That's pre-workout Rice Krispie treats, and I was so hungry. It was
don't wanna
that
get
one.
like that.
That wasn't a good move for prep.
Ross does the M&M one, and he literally
yeah.
eats one M&M off at a time.
Really?
Bro.
Yeah,
See,
that's
it's
what he
like,
was carving up with.
Yeah,
wow.
it still took his time carving up.
Damn.
To me, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Forget about it. It doesn't exist. Don't think about it. You know, if you know that when you go flat, your coach gives you a burger and fries. I know for me, I would personally try to get super flat on purpose. I would probably skip a meal, my last meal, and do extra hour cardio just to get a burger because I'm craving it, and that's not good. You know?
I've definitely done that before.
at least you're honest, bro. Let's
I've
be
heard
real.
other people do that too.
Yeah.
Let's be real, bro. So
Yeah, see, like I could probably manipulate my day today because my coach said if I wake up the same weight or lighter tomorrow, I get another high day. So I could totally manipulate something. I could go to the sauna, or I could do like
Pop a diazide.
yeah.
I'm
A
like,
diet, damn.
Hey, it's just a number. Let's play with it.
right,
It's a
See, some
number.
people can't handle that coming from a coach, those kind of directions, because it's like, they'll try to manipulate it to their advantage.
You got to be careful what you tell your clients. Like, hey, tomorrow
100%.
we might do another high day. Like, I just leave it just at what it is, and then have a check in the next day.
Bro, you're so right. Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it,
bro.
Don't even say it.
Mention it, and then you tell them no, they're crushed.
Oh
yeah, they're gonna be crushed.
They get mad.
So, but I already got my meals packed for the day. It don't matter.
Yeah. first few, I guess, higher days that I got, Compton would be like, add 4 ounces of rice to the. Oh no, actually, at first he would write it on the thing. He would be like, it would be like 4 ounces here for whatever, and then he would go add 4 ounces of rice to 4 of the meals, and then one of the check-ins he was just like have extra 150 carbs. He didn't specify it, so in my head I'm like, oh, he didn't say where to get it from. But now I was like, you know what? The prep is going well, man. Let me just add some rice. I know he probably meant rice since he's been doing rice the whole time. I could have went and had some Fruit Loops or something, but I was like, what is that gonna achieve, bro? I'm just gonna crave more cereal. So behave, man. Behave. At the end of the day, bro, you have a goal at hand. You going to Chicago. You want to win Chicago. Are you gonna let this 1 minute of fucking pleasure, not even 1 minute, 10 seconds of pleasure, to risk you not looking your best in Chicago? So you can stand there and be like, oh.
Jordan, the hardest thing I've had to do so far, I think, I've never placed so low ever. Outside of top 5, I've never, ever. So this show, right?
Well, you never lost since you took steroids.
Yeah, I never lost. And so not only that, but I had to go back to the night show still, show myself for 2 seconds, and then that's it. So the hardest thing I've ever had to do was stay on plan after that what is it, prejudging.
Judging, yeah.
I mean, my coach is right next to me. We talk about stress, Stu. Coach is right next to me, orders the burger for me, tells me how much water I can drink or whatever. I have this box of sweets waiting in my room or whatever and all that shit. I'm like, damn, man, this is a different level of discipline I've never had to tap into.
You're like,
And then he says,
if I have this cookie, it won't make that big.
yeah. And then so I'm backstage and he said, I still want you the same protocol you did with the Rice Krispies, the honey. And then there was this dark chocolate. And he said, limit it to 3 pieces. Man, I have that whole fucking bar there. I ate the 3rd piece. I'm like, God damn, this looks good. The rest of it. And I'm like, Justin did tell me though, he told me, I want to do this, this, and this to see how much it makes you better from prejudging the finals. So we can use that and jot that down for next time going forward. So in my head, that was the motivating factor. I'm like,
that's it. Yeah.
He's making this like an analytical thing. Like, we're going to use this. Data. So I'm like, fuck.
He just said that shit so you wouldn't fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he did that. Well, you know what? As you telling that story, I was about to say no way. But then once you said what he said, if he told me that, I would stick to the plan. That was the motivating factor. If he wouldn't have told me that, bro, honestly, 100%. as fucking hardcore as I can be, I was like, what the fuck's this gonna do? Like, I'm gonna fuck that. Hey, listen, man. Stu knows how I get down. Stu saw me at finals for that USA. I didn't get first call out.
Was it the USA? I was there.
Yeah, you was there actually.
22. Bro, me and Stu cleared like a whole fucking Tupperware of Rice Krispies backstage.
But the difference is when you guys did that, you guys looked better. When I did that, shit.
Dude, I was prepared. So I had like a big old Tupperware, and I unwrapped all the individual Rice Krispies and stacked them up like bricks. And then I had a pile of jam and peanut butter right next to each other in the bottom of the container.
Hey, at one point I was like, why the fuck are these Rice Krispie treats? They don't have any wrappers on it. And I was like, I don't even give a fuck at this
point. That sounds amazing.
Hey, that's what I miss. And I've only done like 4 shows total. I wish I would have. I don't wish I would have, but it's kind of sucks that I don't have more stories with you guys coming up. I did so much.
Poor Joe turned pro too fucking fast.
I missed out on Rice Krispie stories.
Bro, I was a one and done.
Oh yeah,
see, look, I bet would I change it? Obviously not. But it's like kind of cool to have those stories. Like when you play football in high school or whatever, you have all those like stories over the years of your boys. Like I didn't get to experience that with you guys coming up. So
the dumber the better. Generally,
that's why it's always this stupid shit that happened. Best memories, bro.
Hey, Justin was shredded at that show, bro. He was. I feel like you were a lot smaller back then, right? Though.
Yeah, I was like 228 or something like that.
Oh shit! Wow. Really?
You're still a big fucking dude. That's
okay.
What I would.
Granted, when you're that shredded, that's actually big. You know what I'm saying? If you're that peeled. 228 is actually big. If you were like 228 kind of in shape, then it's like, but he was peeled at 228. That's very big. I saw him at Dragon's Lair. We were both shooting with Raj. Is that his name?
Yeah, his name is Raj.
Raj, yeah. And I'm looking at Justin, I'm like, holy fuck, that looks. But you look better then than on stage because obviously I'm assuming you ate more. You know.
Yeah, I ate big ass breakfast that morning. Yeah.
You know what? If I'm being honest, I think you might have been too shredded actually that show. I think you kind of been fuller. Yeah. Okay. And for nationals, obviously you added muscle, but did you push the fullness more?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. See, listen, a huge advantage is having a really lean ass, bro. You could push that carb up as long as you don't lose your stomach. You could push that carb up and your glutes are gonna just look better, honestly, right? Like really. So that's,
You jumped like 20 pounds, right, bro? From USA to nationals?
22.
It was like 24, yeah.
24, whoa.
I thought Justin was like 30 back then. And then he wasn't even 25 yet, right?
I thought that too,
Justin?
Bro,
I
y'all
always-
remember Barrow? Like when we walked in, Barrows had them. He had 2 boxes of fucking muffins, and he was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
smashing them.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, this not gonna be good.
That's why he's strong as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he is strong. That was when he was with Morgan. Though.
Bro, I
He
feel
took-
so weak training with Brandon every day.
Oh,
He's
geez, that's
Especially
gotta
in
be
prep, and he's
demoralizing.
in off season.
He's
And
fucking
like
stupid
yesterday, we were
strong.
doing the flat press, and he's got to pull 2 plates per side off for me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to train with him. I want to train with him at least once.
Oh yeah, Joe is
Push
pretty
day.
fucking strong
Hey,
too.
hey, Joe, y'all need to come out to the gas deal in August.
They are. They are.
I literally, me and Paul are already
We are.
trying to make that happen. I
That's
actually
awesome.
hit up Brandon Rose 2 days ago because there was a Panada row, and he was
Yes.
telling me where you guys train at and shit. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that shit looks like fucking smooth.
Yeah,
I said, I
yeah.
guess we're going to
Absolute
Texas.
recon.
Yeah,
I
I might-
would, dude. They're getting a bunch of new tech equipment this month too, like a week or
Nice.
2.
Oh, new tech.
Bro,
Hey,
I haven't trained on any of that.
I haven't
New
either.
tech. Nice.
Jordan and Brandon are like a multiverse version of Paul and I, so we need to get footage of it.
Multiverse.
So someone thought me and Jordan were the same person, I guess, for the longest
yeah,
time.
I saw that too. I was
And
like,
it's
wait,
funny,
huh?
even on the last podcast, I never wear hats. So I decided to wear a hat, and Justin was wearing a black tank top. I'm like, well, good thing I wore a hat. You
I don't
wouldn't know
see
who's
it.
talking. maybe
I see-
because he has a different hairstyle now, but
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see-
the only one on here
My
without a
shit's-
beard right now.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, we all
Good
got
point.
beards.
my hair's all fucked up right now. But
You don't say shit, Beatty. You're the only one who's not a pro. So
yeah,
hey, there's 3 Miss USAs on here too, potentially 4.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
Let's go, Beatty. Make it.
I just realized that. Yeah,
I don't got no legs, bro.
Hell, all y'all
I'm
turn
gonna take
pro
this
at
time.
USAs.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh wow, that's kind of crazy to think about. To me, Jordan.
What's so crazy is we have 3 guys that won it from the first time out. That's crazy.
Oh,
That's-
that's even
Oh, that's
crazier.
right.
That's
Yeah.
not very common.
To win the Mr. USA from the first time, that's like Phil Heath type of shit.
It's I
Yeah,
think it's hard.
slow down there, buddy.
Yeah, right. I don't know about
He
Phil
is-
Heath.
he-
I just texted my coach the other day. It's like
They don't have
you
an
realize how many people try to get pro cards and they never will. Like
Yeah,
think
but-
about like John Meadows did like a pro show like 23 times before he got his card.
And he had to
Bro.
get it in Masters, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
Ron Pardlow did like 12 national shows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we're not even talking about just like people with like not the best genetics. There's some genetic phenoms who never turn pro. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take it lightly, bro. I mean, I personally know fucking what's his name? I don't think he ever even done a national show, but Anthony. Let me see his Instagram.
A-Train?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, you know how insane that man looks? He looks
Why does
insane.
he never get to stage?
That's a good question because he actually gets in shape. Because last time he prepped, his glutes were in.
mad.
So I'm like,
He was
Uh-huh.
with Matt. He was with Matt.
But you see what I'm saying?
He was
So-
actually he hired Blue for like a couple of weeks and then dropped. So I don't
I'm
remember the reason why, but
because for some people you could be like, oh, maybe he just can't get in shape or something. I know he can get in shape, you know. So I
just
gotta
think
ask
it's
him.
a pressure thing sometimes, bro. Because some of these guys, like, they'd at least place well if they just show up. Like, don't do anything special, just show up. But then they just don't show up, and it's
I guess we kind of talked about Toronto, but it was going on live, so we didn't really have a good.
Shout out to Robin for getting 4th, bro. That's dope.
My guy Robin, he beat
Ready.
Hassan too.
that's crazy.
Listen, man.
well, I mean, a lot of people beat us on, but
Hey, do you think? Do you think it was a gift that he even got 6th?
fuck
I
yeah.
think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
You shouldn't be in the first call out if your
Ex-
conditioning
exactly.
looks like that, bro.
Bro,
Like, I'm
It ma-
disappointed that Nate Spear.
I wouldn't
didn't
get on
first
stage like
call out.
that.
Like
that's what I-
Hassan making first call out.
Yeah, Nate
That's
should have
why-
beat him, I think.
Definitely.
bro, I said that in the group chat. Like anybody that shredded and that full, there's zero chance you lose to somebody who didn't have one line in their body. That's unacceptable. Imagine if you guys came in that shape on that stage. You're not getting first call out. I don't care. I don't care how muscular you are. It's bodybuilding. So that means if you're a sumo wrestler, just be 400 pounds and you get sixth place. You know, that's extreme, obviously. But my point is that size only matters if you're kind of in shape, at least, right? A little bit in shape. So I don't think that was good. I was impressed. You said he was sick?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he said he lost 12 kilos.
Well, his back is still amazing.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Does that say a diarrheal disease?
It's
Yeah.
a bit
So
dramatic.
use your imagination.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
You know
it's
what,
crazy
though?
how wide he is, bro.
Still looks damn big, even after all that shit.
Bro, he might actually look more even to his legs, upper lower, actually, though. No?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
brutal.
Because he's so wide. He's so
Yeah.
wide usually that it makes his legs look smaller. But I think he actually looks more balanced after the diarrheal disease. But I mean, he's always shredded. He don't have an issue with that.
What show is he doing? Did he say? Or is he waiting?
He's not.
He was gonna do. Was he gonna do the European show or the Italy Pro?
Empro?
Probably Italy.
I mean, it would make sense if he's Italian. B course.
What place did Nate get?
10th, man.
Come on,
Yeah,
That's
man.
brutal.
Why do you think they did that to him? What was it?
Your comment.
I think Nate is shredded. I think he has good amount of muscle mass, and I think he flows pretty well, bro. I don't.
That's
just
what I
don't-
was asking.
I gotta be honest. I don't really understand his placings that well. If I'm
Baby,
being
that guy in the bottom right down there. I haven't seen him in years.
this guy.
Oh no,
212.
below him.
Oh, what's his name?
He's from
Oh,
Connecticut. That's in power at the power.
Ben Rafala, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
my coach used to coach him.
He's looked like this for like 3 years now. He's
I
always
know
really
he's never
lean,
done a pro show.
about the same size, but he's got a great physique. I
He
just
does,
don't
yeah.
know.
I
But
was
you haven't
wondering why
competed?
we haven't seen him compete as a pro yet.
No, I've
He
actually
did
seen a
get a
lot of
card,
guys
right?
that
Yeah, he's a pro. Okay.
there's a lot of guys that turn pro and then just I don't think they ever think they're good enough to step on a pro stage, and they play that game where I'll just take another year and there's no changes really made, so they never really go anywhere.
I mean, like he would probably need 10 pounds on his frame to be competitive, but
Right.
the frame is there, you know?
Right.
Like,
Sure. How do you guys think Eric Wood will do this year?
I like his
What's he doing?
physique, man. I like his
Very
physique.
clean physique. Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, what show is he doing? Does he know?
He moved to Tampa, he told me, because me and Eric did USAs together, and then he won. I beat him by 1 point, and then he won the overall at North Americans the same year.
Yeah. That was a really good matchup, bro.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
haven't
were
seen
fucking
him on stage since.
You guys
well,
were
he did New York last year.
Up.
He did.
I think he did he do Tampa last year?
I know
He
he
did
did
2
New
shows.
York and Legion.
Okay.
He
He
yeah,
did a
you're right.
couple.
You're right.
He looked really full round and peeled, but his glutes are really small,
Right.
so
Glutes and
it's
hams
hard. Yeah, so it's hard for him to get
and
that look from there.
adductors. It's just everything from the lower body from the back.
But
But
he
his
looks
back is great.
How does he'll be in the off season and he'll be like 250 in off season. Then he'll
And then
step on
he
stage.
increases his weight, bro.
Bro, what the fuck?
I
He'll
don't
be
know. It's like he doesn't push in the off season, then he pushes through prep or something. I thought the same thing.
I had asked him that. I was like, do you do that on purpose? Like, I don't understand the logic. I was like, are you like restricting your food? He was like, no, I have to eat quite a bit. And I'm like, okay, then how do you go from 250 off season to 255 on stage?
You
Just
know,
make that make sense.
what he does for a living, he runs like power washing company, which is pretty hard work physically.
Okay, I see that. So he's probably burning so much calories.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
can't eat enough.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think he has a lot of potential. It's just that if he's working a full-time job and bodybuilding is more of kind of like a hobby on the side, it's hard to reach your potential. But I think his ceiling is actually pretty high.
I agree. He's got a great look.
Back to bodybuilding on borders. What show is this? Empro? Is that the next show? June.
Yeah, that's this weekend.
Oh, this weekend.
Chris
Okay, well,
is doing it.
all right, okay. Let's stay on track. Let me go to Toronto
Sorry, I'm getting us off track.
with Toronto people.
I've got prep brain that my brain goes to a bunch of different things. I can't keep up.
You want to check out Nate Spears' pictures?
Oh, I think that's what I was gonna do. But since I'm here, let me just start here real quick. Oh, you got Nate Spears right here at least.
Yeah.
Check him
I
out.
mean, he looked good, bro.
Yeah, he actually looked better on
It
stage.
worked.
So I want to pull up a stage picture. But yeah, I don't really understand his spacings much. Hey, I was very impressed with this guy. One Punch
Yeah.
Nas.
Oh,
Crazy.
shit.
Yeah, really, really nice physique. His waist was
That's
insane.
classic, bro.
Yeah, I was
And,
watching
okay,
his YouTube
That
video.
shot's
He's a
pretty
dog.
cool.
Also, I also say the pictures and videos from this show didn't actually showcase anybody's condition properly, and he still looked peeled as fuck. So from the pictures of
people were saying that like that the lighting was terrible and it made everyone look bad. I don't. If you were in shape, and if you're a fan, you know what you're looking at. You could tell who was lean and who wasn't. But
of course, yeah.
yeah, if you don't really know what you're looking at, then you're going to be like, yeah, everyone looks fat.
I don't think the lighting was bad. There was no high quality videos is all.
Yeah.
If let's say if Gilco was there, I don't think anybody would say, "Oh, the lighting is bad." It's like the Cal. I don't actually think the Cal lighting it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. We just didn't have 4K videos, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta have the right person capturing it, dude.
Exactly. So when I saw the picture of the Cal, I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, y'all look crazy." But the fucking the phone videos we were seeing, I'm like, you can't. I don't know what the fuck is going on, you know. So
Sometimes the phone videos are better.
sometimes they are. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it depends
Ones
who's
from
doing
Texas
what the
Pro
annoying
were
thing-
my favorite ones were just off the phone.
You know what's annoying about the Cal is like they had a like professional company recording everything in 4K, and if you paid them $200, they would send you the footage from the time that you were on stage. But so they have all the footage, they just
Okay,
don't
so-
release it to the public, so like the fans can see it. Then there was no live stream. Why?
I get the business aspect in that, but at least maybe after the show is over, and because everybody already paid for it at the show, then after that, since you're not going to get any money from it anyways, right? Post the comparisons, right? Even if you don't post the individuals, post the comparisons, post that all of that, right? I think that's fair. What do you think?
I mean, I think it just
Yeah.
needs to be a standardized thing. Like, if you want this sport to be taken seriously across the
I
pro
agree.
league, it's
Like-
got to be like, don't leave it in the hands of the promoters.
No, yeah, I
'Cause
agree with
if
that.
it's everyone's individual choice and they're going to try and make money off of the professional competitors, you're trying to make money off of pro athletes. Anyways,
Yeah, it is kind of odd. I agree with that.
odds
I
are
want-
for it. Yeah.
Imagine LeBron James paying for footage or like shots of him playing basketball. I know it's a entirely different level of income and money and fame, but like at the
But you
same
can't
time,
think. You can't think like that. You can't think like, well, this is just bodybuilding, so we don't deserve what the NBA deserves because they make more money. It's like
no, I agree.
bodybuilding makes a lot of money, man.
Right, and
we-
we're at the highest level of it.
Yeah, like we talk about ourselves like we're fucking some kind of like weird, like I don't know, like some cosplay organization. It's just like bodybuilding is not that fucking under the wraps. Like it's pretty fucking popular,
Especially nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. If we're gonna act like we can't actually have high quality live streams every fucking show, we should have had that shit 10 years ago. We're
Dude,
way
or, like,
behind.
So, like from Texas Pro, I don't have any. I made the assumption that okay, now I'm a pro. I don't have to book somebody. I'll get shots from the show. So I don't have any like Whitman shots from my pro debut. I got nothing except for what's on NPC News Online. I we even tried reaching out to everybody I could possibly pay for whatever footage they got because I didn't book ahead of time. I was like, geez, I guess I thought that the pros just kind of got it, but I guess not. So
Yeah, you get
that was
one of-
disappointing for me. I just made an assumption, but yeah, I don't mind to pay for it. Now I've got, Gilco booked for Chicago and all that stuff, but it's just like, I agree. There should be some kind of standard to get something because you're a pro showing up to the pro show.
A little pro tip for you. I didn't book with Gilco before New York and still released the video. So,
Really?
yeah.
So maybe I didn't need to pay.
If you place good enough, then, I mean, I presume they weren't at Texas, right?
He wasn't. It was Whitman and the whole Battle Up Productions, which I did pay them for the whole package, and I got my videos. It's just I didn't get any cool shots from Whitman. Like they were all the picture. I didn't get any good photos.
Yeah. Well, this guy, Janicki's camera guy, was there and filmed fucking 4K footage from him from the audience. So I'm gonna ask Janicki's guy if he's cheaper than Muscle Contest, and I'll see if he does it for me. That's one way to get it done.
See, that's the crazy thing too. It's like, what do you have to pay a camera guy? Like forget the live stream, right? You just want to record the entire competition. You get a camera that probably costs like, I don't know, $1,000, $2,000. It's equipment. You pay a guy $400 or $500 for the entire session, and you just record the whole thing. You don't even have to follow anybody. You don't have to pan. Just record the stage. Set it up on a tripod and don't move it.
But generally, they don't allow people to do that.
Generally, I mean, the show or like just the IFBB should just.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. It's not that expensive.
The cost would be minimal, but there's the opportunity to make money off of your athletes. So.
Listen, we want everybody to make money. I want them to make money, but both things can happen. They can make as much money as they want, and we could still get some of the shit that we should get.
And it can both promote it more.
It doesn't have to be one or the other. If anything, I think they would make more money doing some of these things. Like, I don't know. That's just our opinion. What the fuck do we know, right? We just meatheads.
What the fuck do we know?
We don't know anything. We just kids. All right.
What did you guys think about? You may have already talked about this. Quint versus John.
Versus John?
I think Akeem was pretty clear, but I've had some people that were like iffy about Quint getting second, which I called. I felt Quint deserved second.
I think he's just such a big stature. It's hard to overcome.
That was my thought.
I was surprised by how small John looked just standing there.
I agree.
In the lineup. Like
it looked awkward compared to Akeem and Quint.
He's a really short, really small guy. I don't know what he weighed here, but like
230.
Yeah,
he just takes up like very little space. Look at in that lineup shot over there.
Yeah, I mean that's 40-pound difference right there.
Mm-hmm. I thought before the show, I thought he was gonna stand out in the opposite way. I thought he was gonna make them look soft and not polished, and that's not what I saw. And I've actually seen him look more polished, and by polished I mean like I've seen him execute his poses better. I've seen him make his waist look smaller. I've seen him do the like kind of the small stuff better and make the other people look not as professional. But
where's Tim Poo?
Tim Buzine, I think he was like fifth. He beat Hassan, fortunately.
Good.
I didn't have any issue with Quint beating.
The 212 guys are nasty.
It was, yeah. But now, do you think it was close at all between Quint and Akeem?
No,
I don't think so.
Me neither. Yeah, I don't think it was.
I think it was clear from Akeem to Quint, from Quint to John. But some people were like, I can't believe Quint beat John. And I was like, I don't know, dude. It's just like, it's like Dorian versus Lee Priest. It's just hard to compare that when you got a guy so much bigger.
Yeah. But you know what? I feel like this is what Quint needed to do both mentally and physically. But because let's say if he tried to come in peeled, but a little smaller, I don't think that would have made him place any higher. If anything, possibly maybe even lower, but definitely not higher. So I think he did the right thing, and from this point,
still see glute lines there. So I mean, like he was in shape enough.
Well, that's not always true though, because his glutes are always pretty lean. Like his glutes coming first,
He's got
Yeah.
lines there, but he was definitely spilled at pre-judge.
Yeah.
Like he was watery, and he was a little better at finals, I think. But he was definitely harder in New York.
Yeah, he was. From what I saw, he was just in shape enough to get second, but he wasn't by any means. He wasn't peeled by any means. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't think being peeled would have helped him beat Akeem right now, because I think he still needs more muscle. So for him to beat Akeem, he would have to be more muscular.
Look
Coming
how
in,
big those fucking legs are, though.
yeah, pretty fucking big, So this idea of coming in heavier only works to a point. He needed to be heavier than New York because he was too brought down. But any heavier than this, he would just be getting fat. And then any more peeled, it wouldn't be enough to move him any higher until he has the tissue. So unfortunately, it's just time.
He wasn't
sometimes,
shaking either.
No, he wasn't. Yeah. So
Fuck, man, I should have done this show.
Yeah, I don't see
Is
why
he
not.
done? Is Clint done for the season?
He's getting blood work done.
He hasn't confirmed yet.
Okay.
He wants to see, but let's be real. Once if you're gonna leave it on the blood work, you're more than likely you're done, because if you're ready to go, you don't give a fuck about the blood work. Meantime, you're gonna figure it out afterwards. So I would assume he's more on the fence of being done, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're not gonna see anybody getting ready for the let me check my blood work. Oh, it's off. I'm not doing the you're still gonna fucking do the So more than likely, I think he's more on the side of not going on. All right. Did we cover everybody? Oh, Nate. You said Nate? Let me see.
Yeah.
He looks nasty. I think it's just he looks just so nasty by itself. It's just I don't know how it looks compared to people. Yeah.
With the okay, turn it to.
Yeah.
Any swipe pictures?
Is it a size thing, you think? You think it's just
I don't know how tall he is. How tall is he?
Oh, he's not that much shorter than me. Maybe 5'10".
Really?
Maybe 5'9", 5'10".
I think he looks great. I don't know. I think his back shots, his back is a little. It's not narrow or small or not dense. It's just different.
yeah.
I just don't see 10th. I just don't see 10th.
No, I don't see 10th either.
I can't see Hassan beating him in that condition. I think Tim is good, but I don't know. I don't find Tim more impressive than Nate personally, but maybe that's just me.
He's dry. You can tell he's dry.
I feel like Tim is a little bit more muscular to me. Like,
That's what I was saying, size.
Oh, he's thick as fuck. Yeah.
it's just he's from the front. His shape isn't great.
Okay. Now, let's do what bodybuilders hate. Let's speculate. Let's do that. What do you? Let me see. Go through the pictures a little bit. Okay. Would you say this is Hassan's worst?
No.
No. Okay.
not
Where would this
best.
rank?
You're
Would it
asking
be-
us to recall a track record of poor conditioning
Yeah,
on a
right.
guy
I-
known for poor
I'm
conditioning.
thinking the
Like,
same thing.
He was working with Cito at one point.
So
But
it has to do.
It's still about as bad as you're going to get on a pro stage.
Let me see if he had anything pinned from another show.
I just wish I knew what the real, true, actual reason was.
Dorian tried to say it was something with sodium, but
Yeah, I did hear something about that. I'll back to him.
Well, it didn't work because he wasn't in shape.
I
Did
just think
he?
he's fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with all
Now,
the fats off, it doesn't really matter that much if sodium manipulation goes wrong.
he was in shape with AJ, so he can
Yeah,
get
he
in shape.
was.
Was he
Yeah.
smaller? He was definitely smaller, but of course you're going to be smaller if you have 15, 20 pounds of body fat on you that you have to lose. Of course,
You know
you're
what?
gonna be
You know
smaller.
Has
what
there
the
been
difference with
anybody
AJ
that's
is,
not
though?
been able to get in shape with AJ?
Well, AJ is super hard on the anti-age.
Yeah,
Really?
that's okay. That's
It's
fine.
hard on the
I mean, if it
everything.
gets you in shape, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
Now,
this
when you
man's
say hard
livelihood.
on the AIs, like what? How hard are we talking?
Like you're going to be taking probably all three of them.
Damn, that's crazy.
And like
Oh,
twice
shit.
as much as you usually would.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And
And
200 makes a Winstrol. And
Winstraw
yeah.
is really high up there too. I hear.
I tried that protocol, and I felt like shit. Obviously,
I like high
Gosh, I can
Winstraw.
imagine that, dude. I wouldn't be able to train.
yeah. I mean, what I was doing, I wouldn't call it training. I would call it maintaining at that point.
Like
So-
your elbows, bro, would just wither away and like crack and just
Yeah.
break. I feel like.
Now
Just get stuck on the couch.
you probably will get in shape, but at what point is it too much? Is it worth it to
Dude,
get in
I
shape?
haven't even thrown it in yet.
You see, is it worth it to get in shape?
Huh?
You have no AIs at all right now.
Oh no, Winstraw,
I was about to say, holy shit.
but not high AIs either.
Yeah. Dang, y'all cut me off so many times, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, dude.
yeah, are you super high again?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, all right.
Too slow.
It's not all our fault.
I was gonna say, at what point? Okay, let's say it works, right? Like I said, it does work. At what point is it too much? So, what if you do get in shape, but you're a fucking fraction of the man you were? Basically, lost most of. That's what happened to me. I lost all my gains. Right? Is it worth it to be?
I think you got to do it at least once to hit that condition at least once, which
Yeah.
you've done now. Hassan has done now. And it's easier to get back there the second time around. But yeah, you
Okay.
got to over diet yourself at some point. I strongly believe that.
I'm with you.
But-
dude.
That's so true.
But guess what? He won the show. So he was smaller significantly, but he was in shape and he won the show.
Dude,
so
of all
shouldn't you
people, he can lose some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hassan
he
is
has
not
so much
lacking
density,
muscle.
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So exactly. So he was small for Hassan, but he wasn't small by any means, right?
No.
If he was small, he wouldn't have won the show. So my thing is that why do you leave AJ if he's the only man to bring you in shredded?
Because people
the
like
question
to
is,
look up.
why does everybody leave AJ?
Could we discuss
Wow.
this candidly?
Yeah.
I could kind of come to some kind of conclusion on why that may be, but it's like, is it worth it or not to you? If you're Hassan, do you go, I don't care if maybe my health takes a little bit of a hit, I want to win, or is that too big of a sacrifice?
I don't know, man. You're talking about like hyper competitive guys at the top of the sport already who are repeatedly leaving this guy because it was too much, so I think that says something. I don't. That's pretty damning in my opinion.
Okay, my question is, what would you guys do then if you guys can't get in shape to save your life? You find somebody who gets you in shape, but it's harsher than you would like. Do you just go back to not being in shape and losing every show again, or do you take more risks and win the shows?
Guess it depends on what your blood work looks like afterwards and like
How bad we
Yeah.
talking?
Can you
Not
recover?
bad.
If you can recover from it, cool, go ahead. But also, you got to probably look at us. Like, only person right now that's at the very top is Stu. So Stu would be the one to really answer that question. Like right now, like with me, if it was like killing me, I'm not at the top of the league, so it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'll say this: like I talked a few times on this podcast about like going to the first two shows. I was not using as much gear as I have in the past,
Yeah.
I have bumped things up to about where I've been at in previous years now. Because honestly, I'm fucking tired of losing, and I think increasing the doses on certain drugs will help my look.
I agree. Certain
So
drugs, yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
it's still not. I'm still not like throwing the kitchen sink like the fucking European guys, but like it's about what I've done in the past. You know.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I guess the root of the question is how much risk are you willing to take to succeed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's person to person dependent. Nobody can
Mhm.
answer that question for you. Some people are willing to die. Some people are 100% willing to die, not figuratively, actually willing to die.
Crazy.
And some people aren't willing to even see their creatinine move by 0.1. You know, like let's say
But that goes with every sport, though.
Right.
yeah.
I mean, you drive a car 200 miles an hour, but you can go 210, but at 210 the car's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
You're trying to get to 209.9.
Yeah.
But like, what if you don't need to go 210? You know, like if you're doing pretty well as a competitor, like maybe even getting like top 10 at the Olympia, doing things that you feel are sustainable and are within your risk tolerance. I don't see any reason besides that little devil on your shoulder saying like, oh, you should give it a try, to, continue gassing it. Cause I do think it's like, I guess the perspective is going to be different when you have trouble getting in shape. I mean, a lot of us haven't had that issue. Beatty has, I mean, but it's different perspective there,
I guess the truth is, for me, where I'm at, I don't know what risks I'm willing to take, because at this point, I'm not willing to take too many risks. But if I'm where where Nick Walker is at, I would be willing to take some more risks, man. I
the
just
stakes
would.
get higher.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
At this point,
It's all
anything
about
that
being appropriate for the time and the place. I feel like it's very dependent on the situation.
where I'm at right now, if I'm at a point where I feel like I'm actually nervous about my mortality, like legit nervous, I'm gonna pull things back for sure. Like
that's why you
as you
quit.
should.
yeah, you see, if I'm like there's been times I'll be over 300 pounds and I'm laying down and I'm like, and I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this, bro? Why am I fucking doing this? And there's been a few times where I did pull back a meal and then maybe went to 295 and held it there before adding the meal back in. Like that to me is just like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
That's
that.
hilarious you're talking about that. I'm literally just did that shit last week. I was like, you know what? I'm dropping down to 5 meals. Fuck this. I just don't feel right.
I think that's okay. But if you're third in the world, or if I'm third in the world, I might just eat the meal 6 anyways, bro. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, what do you want me to do? You know,
we've all laid down at night and said, thought about the shit that we're doing. It's like the shit ain't adding no years to our life. That's for damn sure.
No.
But maybe it's not subtracting much, and maybe it's adding quality years to your life that would be otherwise not quality.
Sure, you're having fun. You're doing what you love.
Yeah, dude. Which of us here would trade this for much of anything? But it's about a balance and somewhat having longevity for sure. Because I'm sure you've heard it before. People talk about like, okay, if I gave you $1 million right now, would you take it? But now let's change that to I give you $1 million, but you don't wake up tomorrow. Would you take it? Absolutely not. Yeah. So it's like, your life is invaluable, but at the same time, a life lived where you're not doing what you want to do is also, that sucks.
I've talked about that before. I've talked about like during prep when things get real hard. I think everybody at some point when you're feeling your worst, you're like, why do I do this? Like, why don't I just do something else? And then you sit down with that thought for a second, literally just a second, like, because honestly, I wouldn't rather do any other shit. It's just I feel a certain way right now, but it's going to go away. It's just temporary. And I know I'm going to feel in love with this shit in the next 2 seconds once I start training kind of shit. So it's just like, it always comes down to that. Would I rather do anything else? Fuck no.
Quality is really the quality, right? So imagine the worst girlfriend you've ever had in your life, right? And then the best girlfriend you've had in your life, which is probably your current girlfriend. Would you rather, okay, well, what if you could live 200 years with this girlfriend or just 40 years with your current girlfriend? Of course, you're going to pick the 30 years in a really good relationship versus 200 years in a shitty relationship. So just because it's a longer duration of time doesn't make it better. Well, you get to live through 100, but you're fucking miserable working at, I don't know, CVS or something. No offense to anybody who works at
You
CVS.
remember Jason Huff?
I feel like we've had this exact conversation before on this podcast, like
Have we?
word
Yeah,
for
that's why I
word.
said I brought it up. I brought
where you
this up.
talked about working at CVS specifically.
Are you serious?
I'm getting deja vu like you
There's
wouldn't
something
believe
he's
right
got
now.
against CVS.
That was
bro.
it must be something I have against CVS that I
So it's
didn't
long
request the
receipts,
CVS,
bro. There's
That's funny. But the point is just to live longer and not feel fulfilled is not the goal here.
that's
That's
easy
not-
to say right now, man.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with you, but it's easy
Within
to
reason,
say right now.
Of course, bro. But I'm not talking about dying at 40, bro. I'm talking about like if I could live to 100 and be miserable, what the fuck did that do for me though? Like that's irrelevant.
I remember Ben Chow saying one time on a podcast or something like, you shouldn't regret the choices and stuff you made in life because that's what you wanted at the time. Like if that's what you wanted at the time that you made that decision, you can't look back and say, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. But it's what you wanted. And so, yeah, maybe there's repercussions from it, but in that moment, that was your happiness. That was your decision. It's what you went for. You stayed true to you, right? So,
Yeah.
same with the whole bodybuilding thing. I think right now we're all in it. Everything's cool. Say 10 years down the line, shit, my damn kidneys are failing. Like, well, but did I enjoy the process? That was pretty dope. I'm paying for it now, but would I have traded it? I mean, I was happy at the time. So why would I have traded my happiness?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
But there's a way to have a balance too, man. I mean, there's a way to do it in a way that's not so unhealthy and you keep your blood work in range. And I mean, but we
That's the
all
goal.
have to be honest with ourselves about that too.
Yeah.
Like some are willing to dip their toes into more than others. I'm probably one that's not, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that I don't know. That's just
Hey,
me.
listen, man. I'm at peace with this with any choice with the choices I've made in my life, good or bad, man. At the end of the day, if shit goes left for me, I'm okay. I can handle it. I don't need anybody's pity. I don't need anybody's GoFundMe. I don't need anybody's money. I'm okay. This is a fucking hole I've dug myself. I'll be fine with it, you know. And I'm not talking out of my ass. I've been on my deathbed, and I'm cool with it. Life is great, but I'm comfortable with the choices I make every day, and I always live life on my own terms. I always will. Nobody can ever change that for me. So I'll be okay when it's my time. I'm cool with it. No regrets. I'm okay, buddy. Just live that way, man. I mean, listen, say what you. There's nothing I'm gonna think that I won't say. If I have something to say, I'm gonna say it. I won't let shit linger. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I wish I would have told this person this. No, I already said it. I already done it. If I want to do something, I'll do it. So there's nothing for me to regret. You know.
you know, it's funny. Prep on the hard days actually teaches you that, or it taught me that. Like instead of thinking about tomorrow, I think it is about that day. Like the meals I got to eat that day. You know, like I'm starving right now, but I'm not thinking about starving tomorrow. I just need to get through right now, get through today's workout, and it makes you, I guess, live in the present compared to worrying about the future. So you can appreciate each and every day. And prep taught me that, and you apply that to other things, so it does help you live in the moment and enjoy the moment because you're not guaranteed it tomorrow either, right?
Exactly.
So,
Mm-hmm. All right, that got morbid.
real talking
Got
about
deep, bro.
different
It's a
shit.
deep conversation.
But it's real too, right? It's a factual thing, so it's
So-
not like none
so-
of us. We all understand what we're signing up for when we do it, and you know, it's just like you said, like it was decisions we made that made us happy at the time. So
Listen, man, if you were told, oh, listen, man, I'm sorry, you have terminal cancer, bro, and all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I need to go to France. I need to go to. You've been living wrong this whole time. I'm gonna do exactly what the fuck I've been doing. Nothing changes. I'm doing
But
exactly what the fuck I
that
want.
shit ain't guaranteed anyways. You could do absolutely nothing and people get cancer. You know what I'm saying? People just live a normalized life.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I wasn't making that comparison. I'm just saying
okay.
I'm already doing exactly what I want in life. So
Okay.
there's nothing. There's no unfinished
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
There's no. I wish I would have. If only I would have chased my dreams. If only I would have told that girl I like her. There's none of that because I'm gonna do exactly what the fuck I want to do every day. There's nothing I'm doing that I don't want to do. There's nothing I want to do that I'm not doing. So if I'm in that position, I'm not gonna all of a sudden be like, now I'm gonna move to Mexico and start doing fucking cocaine. I don't want to do that. That has
But
nothing
you
to do with what I
could
want
do
to do.
that if you
You
had
could.
terminal cancer.
If
And it
we,
might be a lot of fun.
if you enjoyed it. But here's my thing. If that's something I want to do, I'll do it right fucking now. I'll literally do it right now. If I want to go to Mexico do cocaine, I'll do it today. I'm not gonna wait until I'm about to die, you know. So that's how.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
there's
like
something to be said about like not having to face the consequences of your actions because you know you're going to be dead.
Yeah, exactly. And then you don't die, and then you're like, fuck. Now I'm in Mexico with a bunch of cocaine.
You know, people ask me why it took so long to like get on the gear side of things and stuff. And
You were scared.
it was for this. It was for the reason of, am I going to do it for all the right reasons? Like, do I love this and do I want to pursue this because I know what could come with it? Am I okay with what could come with it? And this is not the sacrifice I'm going to have to make to be where I want to be in this. Mm-hmm. And by sacrifice, it's not just the gear or the health. It's just relationships, time, things that I'm completely shifting gears towards. Pun intended.
Man,
but
I did.
That's why it took so long, because I wanted to make sure this was going to be my happiness. Because this is, you want to live a life where you're happy. So this is definitely a different life to live, though, for most people. So
I didn't think about none of that shit. Give me I wanted all the juice. I just wanted the steroids, but
I don't think anybody thought about that.
I didn't even care about competing. I just wanted to get jacked. I'm like, fuck competing. Just give me the steroids, get me jacked, and I'm happy.
I'm with you, Joe. I took a long time to think about it. I took like years to think about it.
You know,
that was me too. I did so much fucking research on it before I pulled the trigger.
I started
responsible young man.
I mean, I tell everybody, not to get deep about it, but I tell everybody I started becoming a bodybuilder, like mentally and like in my heart, after my dad passed away, because he passed at 59. And he was a very, very unhappy dude doing stuff he didn't want to do. I saw what his passion was, and he didn't pursue it. And I was sitting there one day like, man, like he left living a life that he didn't want. Like, and I'm like, do I want that for me? And so that's when I kind of started shifting to being a bodybuilder. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to fuck what happens. I'm going to live my life, because as I saw his life got cut short, if mine gets cut short, I want it to be done doing what I want to do.
Thanks,
for me.
Yeah.
Always. That's important, man.
God bless his soul, bro.
All right.
But it's stuff like that opens your eyes to what reality is. Like, life is not long.
100%.
So live it the way that makes you happy.
Okay. It's open or no? What's this? Men's Physique. You guys want to do Men's Physique?
Yeah.
All right. Empro Classic. You got Kuba Kalin. You got Stanimir Etov. You got Sasan. Oh shit, Saz. My guy. Anthony Gel. Powell Kowalski. Michael Krasenik. This is Krizo. Your boy. Pablo Lopez. This is the round muscle belly guy from Cal. Really good physique. You got Moteza Mashikardilo Kula.
You tried.
Wow, man.
Fuck, dog.
I don't know why the fuck I just read that, but we got Reese McDonald.
Reese looks really good. He's making his pro debut. He's English.
I've been talking to him. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Is he here? What's it? Reese McDonald.
Reese MC.
Above your mouse. You're high. You can't see it.
Oh shit! I didn't know this was what it was.
Yeah.
He's really in shape.
You have to go flow too.
How tall is
Occasion
he?
drive.
He looks a little shorter, but I can't
Yeah.
tell. You never can
Definitely on
tell.
the short side. Yeah.
People think I'm short on social media.
Nah, I'm moving with you. You're not very short.
Yeah, you don't look short to me.
I think it's because your quads.
Yeah.
Quads are all
you got,
bubbly, so
Yeah,
automatically
your
makes
fucking
you a little
quads are
shorter.
stupid.
you got short people quads. Yeah, that's a good thing though. You don't want
It's
tall. You don't
it's
want
definitely a good thing.
tall guy quads. You don't want tall guy quads. You don't want that.
Trust me, I look at your quads like fuck.
Yeah, this guy looks good, man. Reese, Reese McDonald. Yeah,
He's a cool
good
guy.
job, Reese. Back to the lineup. Reese McDonald,
Actually-
Justin.
Justin Musial, he just turned pro. He's really young. He's like 25 or something, German guy.
How do you know all these Europeans, Stu?
I love the
Who keeps up with
Europeans.
this
Stu
shit?
studies the sport, bro. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
How many
Wow.
plates on that side bench? 9 plates? Damn.
Let's see. He got
Jeez.
bands on there. Let's see. I don't think they use bands in Europe. No bands in Europe, bro.
No, they don't have that technology over there.
Just raps. Might as well have bands that you got raps.
How tall is he?
Not very tall. You see on the side bench.
That's what I was gonna say
Uh-huh.
because I mean that's an automatic like 2 plates off per side when you're not tall.
Oh, don't be like that,
No, I'm gonna be like that.
2 plates off.
Nine plates is a lot, but he only did it for like 4.
I don't care how short you are. That is retarded strong.
No, that's super strong. I'm just being
Insane.
an asshole.
I did 8 plates for 9.
Oh, nice.
Damn, that's a lot.
Oh, look at
I
Holland
mean,
says.
that is a heavy ass hack squat.
Holland says that
I'm just being a
magnificent.
Yeah, if you get Hollingshead's okay.
Yeah,
because
that's
Hollingshead
true.
does 10 plates.
He said he's down to be on the pod. Actually, I want to get him on.
Oh,
I think this
James
guy
was,
looks good. I just think he needs more size. Like sweet and stuff.
Yeah,
just
His upper
James
body.
was gonna come and guest pose in Houston with us, but he's not coming apparently.
Is he not?
Yeah, Pete, you know Pete?
Yeah.
What's his, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just told me that it was going to be some absurd amount of money to fly him out there
Huh.
because of how late
Oh,
they were
wow.
booking the flights.
So it's just going to be me and you, and then I think possibly a special guest appearance from someone that I don't know if I'm supposed to mention.
Is Branch making a comeback or something?
No.
Mm.
So it's just going to be me and you. So you're not so we're going to have to schedule training then.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll
I
figure
was
that out.
originally going to train with Barrow, and you were going to train with James. But
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to reach
I'll
out
train
to
with you.
James? You on the podcast?
I did. Yeah, he said he's down.
Yeah, I'd like to get to know him or meet him.
That shit'll get deep.
Yeah,
I like him a lot, bro.
it's a
I like-
deep
No,
dive.
topical, stoic.
I like people like that. That they're not just they're not just one dimensional. Sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes I want to talk about more interesting shit with people.
Dude, what about
That's
him?
how I am.
Like
Yeah.
Kratos from God of War. That's pretty cool.
That was so
Yeah.
dope.
You know what? I kind of felt like a stalker when I hit James up because I got his number through a group chat.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
So I was like, oh, it's James. I was like, let me see. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? You know,
How'd you get my number?
but you know, he's so nice. He didn't even care. But in my head, I'm like,
Right.
he's definitely like, motherfucker, you stole my number from that fucking group chat, didn't you? But it's
Yeah.
okay. It
I
happens.
want to see someone like James get ready for a top set, like right before it happens, because he's so like he looks calm and collected and shit, but he's
does.
throwing around this crazy ass weight. So I want to
I
see
think
how
it's
he
him and
approaches
JP
it.
are like the same. Like they just like
Classical
English.
music and fucking put some sandals on.
But JP, bro, when he
He
starts
gets
his
riled
set,
up.
he's intense.
Yeah, he gets
Yeah,
riled up.
you'll make like grunt and stuff right before he does stuff. But see, like James, I've never seen do that.
No,
No.
see the difference is
James is
James makes it look. Some strong people make it look heavier, like Jordan, and some strong people just make it look easy. Like Akeem or James, they don't even make it look like it's heavy. They act like
that video of James doing 4 plates per side split squats.
Yeah.
And they and
Oh,
he's just up and down. It's like he's got 135 on the bar.
Yeah, they make it look.
Insane.
Luke Sano used to be like that with the 200s. He would make it look like it's a joke, which is I find impressive. I mean, Joe does that because Joe doesn't like people talk about strong people. Joe doesn't always come up because he doesn't make it look like he's not like and sweating and shit. He's just kind of like, so it doesn't seem like he's, it just seems like a normal day,
Yeah, when I do a set, I literally like I'll close my eyes right before I do it, and I pray, and then I'll like get myself ready because that's
But
just
it's
scary.
also because compared to the weight, Joe doesn't look small compared to that much weight. It's
that's
like
true. Yeah,
he's bigger in comparison
wide.
to all the weight that's stacked on the machine.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, some people don't get riled up. I don't like to get riled. When you're younger, you want to get really like whether it's rock or hip hop or metal or some shit. You want to get angry and throw the weight around. And now it's like meditation. Even when it's heavy, you don't got to get riled up. You kind of just hanging out.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Are you talking about like getting riled up, like amped up, or are you talking about like getting in yourself? Like I just like shut down for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the lead up to it, like what you do. So literally like watching the set, right? You warm ups to like how do you handle each load as they go to the like how many reps did you do leading up to that, and then how long it takes. But then that moment right before the set, say you're wrapping up, after you do that last lace up, like do you just kind of thing? And because I know my process before I'm about to, because I don't give a fuck who you are. Like just like your 9-plate Cybex and shit. I've done 9 plates on the Hackett Foundation. That was the scariest shit I've ever done. Like
every time
the load, like there was not one rep from 1 to 10 reps that I did doing that felt light or smooth. Like just like the pressure on you. And I remember shaking my head because like it's like you're like this close to passing out with that much pressure on you. Like after the set's over, like shit, like you feel it. Yeah. So
I guess I don't barbell squat no more. So that amount of that fear and angst, I don't feel it on any other exercise like that. If I have a free bar and I have 6 1/4 or 7 plates on the bar, I'm honestly I'm really scared. No matter how many times I've done it before, I'm scared. And I should be scared because things can one wrong move, things go south. Right. So that's the only time. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
That was the only lift that I really needed to get riled up for, just to be able to handle the amount of pain, because it wasn't just pain in my quads; it was pain everywhere. It was pain on my back. My neck would be cut up. My back would hurt. My knees would hurt. My elbows would hurt. My shoulders would hurt. So the amount of pain I had to feel, I had to be in a different zone. But I just caught on. I'm like, if everything is hurting more than my quads, then I'm not fucking doing it anymore. So I just stopped fucking back squatting. I'm like, it's a pain contest or a bodybuilding contest. So I'm like, at this point, my legs grew more when I stopped doing it. So
I haven't done that hack squat since. I've done the hack squat, but not that much weight, because I remember doing that and it was totally worth it. But my knees were fucked for a while. My back was like super, like it felt like it went from this to like this. And then even my calves, bro, I don't know, maybe the pressure of or it was a little too tight on the fucking lifting strap things. But bro, my calves were fucking wrecked. They fucking hurt. But yeah, it took a toll on my knees more than anything.
More bad than good. So how much gains are you getting as opposed to just fucking I guess damage? I don't know, like so you can only grow from what you can recover from. So if you're putting yourself in a hole, but not necessarily the muscle, you're putting your body in the hole, your nervous system in the hole, but your quads could probably handle more, then they kind of train it backwards at that point.
You guys want to finish going through the list?
Oh yeah, we can do that. Hey, be patient, Stu.
I'm just trying to keep us on
I'm gonna hop off here in a minute, guys.
All right, bounce then, Jordan.
It's
I was just jumping in for a minute, homie. You sent me a link last minute. I was pretty good for just jumping on. You hit me at a rare day.
I'm just
fucking. I'm willing to give you my free time and prep, baby. That's a lot.
I'm sending you an invoice.
all jokes aside, I definitely appreciate it, because I literally sent it to you like fucking, I don't know, like a couple hours ago, if that, right? Randomly.
No, dude. I mean,
Thank you, bro.
it was funny because I haven't had free time in like a long time, and today I was like, got my. You know how efficient you are in prep? Like your brain
yeah.
is just like you're zooming through stuff. Your work takes half the time. Knock out
like it.
my client check-in so fast. Everything's done. My steps are half done. Like,
Mhm.
and so I'm like chilling, thinking this is weird. I don't have anything to do. I haven't felt this way in a while. And then you hit me up. I was like, I can actually say yes.
Might as well.
So rare. This is rare.
Yo,
Appreciate you, bro.
to be honest, I think prep would be more fun than off season if I had less cardio and just a little bit more food. I would probably enjoy because you feel so much more efficient most of the
Yeah.
time until you crash and you feel like shit. But
Yeah, like today's a high day. I feel freaking amazing. No training, no cardio. Sorry,
That's
Benny.
the best, bro.
prep is not that bad. So there's positives to it too. There's
Yeah.
some drawbacks, but it's all there. All right, but yeah, Jordan. Whenever you gotta hop off, just
Yeah, I'm gonna
let us
go ahead
know.
and hop off. But it was good talking to you guys.
You
All
too,
right,
bro.
All right,
Jordan.
Too,
man. Thanks
brother.
for coming on. It's
Yeah.
good seeing you, brother.
Yes, my
I'll
man.
talk to all you guys
See
soon.
you, my man.
Yes,
All right.
sure. Yeah, I never actually know who's gonna be on. There's no telling. I have an idea. Well, it was supposed to be. I was supposed to have. I guess I won't say it because I'll probably have him on a different episode. But supposed to have a different guest on, and I guess that he's really deep in prep, so a little I guess miscommunication. So where am I? Pascal
Yeah.
Schigel, Beirut Sabani, William the Conqueror. He changed his last name.
That's
Yeah.
fucking dope. What the fuck?
Whoa.
What is he? Are you fucking Ochocinco? Chad Ochocinco?
That's
I wanna
why I
do
didn't
that.
realize who it was. They said William the Conqueror. I'm like, what the fuck?
Can I do that?
I mean,
I'm gonna put-
technically, I think you can.
Just put it on your
Yeah.
NPC card. Yeah.
I think I will. Next show.
That's super fucking dope. Well, don't they do that with Big Ramy? Doesn't it say
Tell you, I think you're
whatever
right.
the fuck, and then say
Yeah.
Big Ramy, and then else whatever the fuck his name is.
LBI. Something like that.
I wonder if his real name written on the sando or just Big Ramy.
I bet you it's Big Ramy.
I hope so. I hope it is. Samir Trudy. He hasn't competed in a while. Okay. It's actually kind of deep.
Yeah.
Rizzo's gonna win. I'm just gonna stay there right now.
Rizzo.
Rizzo's got
Beirut
it.
is there.
I still think Rizzo's gonna get it.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be Curzo and Baruch.
think
It's
Beirut
pushed.
is. I think Beirut is a better bodybuilder than Michael Rizzo.
I agree. Yeah.
I think in almost every single aspect of bodybuilding, he beats Rizzo.
But you know how we talked about how, for example, just or Jordan, I guess, was one to mention it, just the size kind of thing. Like Rizzo's such a big man, bro. Like I think that's just enough. Even though what's his name is as good as he is, Beirut is
Beirut is
incredible. But
pretty big too. I mean, he remember when he competed against Brett Wilkin?
Yeah.
Like, look, he's
Yeah,
taller.
yeah.
He's as tall as Samson.
Damn,
there.
go back to that picture.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
that was
crazy.
that's an incredible shot, bro.
Damn.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Completely honest, with all due respect, I think Rizzo gets way too much credit. Look at the Olympia. Look at Rizzo in the lineup. Rizzo is this mass monster. Regan was bigger than him. In the lineup, Regan was bigger than him. So is he really so big that he can't be beat by somebody who's outclassing him in every way? I don't.
But you also got to think. You also got to remember how Rizzo can come over here, and it's harder for Beirut, no?
Huh? Oh, you
Rizzo,
mean like
Olympia?
politics?
Yes.
I don't think they're that concerned with that, if I'm being honest, because he's gonna qualify anyways. Like if Rizzo doesn't beat Beirut, he'll just do the next show. You know, I don't think that's that big of a factor, if I'm being honest. I think it can be in some cases, but if he's beating him, I think he'll get the win, if I'm being honest.
I would love to watch Beirut's physique win. I love his physique. I'm just gonna say that, but I still think they'll give it to Rizzo.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong.
That's fair. I mean, it's not like it's a bad answer. I mean, I think most people would have Krizo as the front runner, actually, but I just don't think he's better than Beirut. I don't even know if I can confidently say that I think Beirut is gonna win. I think Beirut should win. You know,
I mean, that's the difference, though. If we're talking that way, like
yeah,
I would love to
yeah.
see him win. I would want him to win, but I just don't think that's how it's going to go down.
Let's say if I'm a judge and they both bring their best, I would pick Beirut, but I wouldn't be surprised if Prizo did win at all. You know, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
what do you think? What do you think, Stu?
Yeah, I prefer Beirut's physique. Yeah, he's more complete. He's got. They both have pretty good conditioning, but he flows better.
I'm just really having a hard time with the Krizo thing. I think he's a really good bodybuilder. I really think he is, but I feel like he has a lot of holes, a lot of gaps, a lot of flaws that people just ignore and just say, "Well, got big shoulders and big arms. That's good enough."
I wouldn't say they ignore them, but I don't know. I know what you mean. Like, he does have gaps in him.
You
And
know,
look at all the pictures he posts on his Instagram. It says crab most muscular, like over and
that's
over.
my thing. I don't believe that's what bodybuilding is about. I think bodybuilding is the most complete guy, not necessarily freaky body part show. And I just don't see Krizo as a very complete bodybuilder. I think he's good enough to win shows, but I don't see him beating some of these really good guys personally. But that's just a personal opinion.
I'm on the same boat as you. I totally agree.
Well, all right. So it's gonna be Krizo versus Beirut. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I think it's.
What do you guys think Bonak is capable of at this point?
Oof.
Well,
He's
blow him
working
up
with
then.
Boss of Outlaw, right?
Oh, so he's gonna win for sure. No, yeah, he is.
His
working
legs
with
look
him.
better than before, that's for sure. But it's
Think
not
so?
enough yet to be a winner, I think. Not with this lineup.
I don't really know. I don't really know what to make of Bonak right now. Because he looks phenomenal. He looks round, full. He's in shape. Just realistically in the lineup, I just don't know how it's going to translate. Right? It's hard because he looks great by himself, and Bonak is never going to not look great. But does he beat Beirut and Michael Krizo? I don't know if I believe that's the thing. Does anybody think he could beat them?
No,
Yeah.
but I've always thought he has a dope ass physique.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Now, just 2 years ago, he arguably won the entire Arnold and beating. He lost to Brandon, but we all had him winning. So, and that's just 2 years ago. So, is it impossible to think that he could beat Krizo and Beirut? No, it's not impossible, but is it likely?
I think it's very rare when somebody like digresses a bit and then comes back better.
Yeah. Also, there's something to be said about mindset. If this is his last year, which I'm pretty sure he said that. Have he said that?
Mm.
I honestly thought last year was his last year. And then because you talked about like taking a break from everything and just kind of knowing when to like walk or whatever. And then, yeah, he had like this whole post about it. So I was actually surprised he was still going.
Yeah. So if he's going from the mindset of that, I want to be Mr. Olympia like he was 5 years ago versus, this is my last hurrah. Let's see what's up. I think there's a difference in that too. So I don't know. So it's hard to say. All right.
We lost Justin somewhere down the line.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice. We don't really have to do questions, but we can do a couple, I guess.
I'm out. We've been on for 2.5 hours. Yeah.
I bet. All right, Stu. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, Stu.
See you guys.
Good seeing you, bro.
Let's just do like a couple questions then.
And then there was 3. Honestly,
Yeah.
I've been like, I was just right before we came on, I was telling my mom, man, like I keep looking at the clock because I look forward to this all fucking day. I don't really
Yeah,
hang out
me
with
too,
people right
man.
now, so like yesterday, that's why I was like, hey, baby, I'll just go over there. Fuck it, I'll go see you.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean,
I want to help you out, but it was cool. Give me something to do.
to be honest, I look forward to this more than even like my workout at this point. You know,
That's
because
how I was too at a certain point. Until the end, there was one that I missed where I was like, man, I just can't talk to anybody today.
I know what
It
you
just
mean. Yeah.
depends. Yeah, so.
Now, when I woke up today, I didn't wake up like I wanted to talk. I woke up kind of like I'm just trying to get up and get going. And then once I like showered and came here, turned the laptop on, I was excited to go. All right,
Let me plug in my phone.
good thing. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say this earlier, but we kind of got off, like, changed topic real quick. You can cut this out if you want because I know you're saying what you're saying earlier. But your look right now, because you're 6.5 weeks out.
Yeah.
We were around, I think, 5 weeks out, maybe. When you came down to Fit Nation, that's when you told me, "Hey, Joe, honestly, dog, like no one's beating that. You come in like you peak properly, no one's beating you, right?"
Mhm.
And I remember seeing you, and I have pictures of right next to you. It's where I'm wearing pink pants. I think I have
Yeah,
it
yeah.
somewhere loaded. But bro, like your level of like you're harder, you're bigger, you're more vascular, like you're fuller. Like your look is night and day, bro. Like I was looking at you yesterday, and the trajectory that I'm watching, you would have beat me. Like for sure, you would have beat me if you would have had this look going into this my USA's. I was
Wow.
like, fuck, man. I was going to tell you that last night, but I was like, he's tired. He's been posing like. That's why I wanted to. You can cut it out if you want, but I genuinely believe you would have beat me.
Oh wow. That means a lot, man. Coming from you,
Mm-hmm.
man. Thank you,
I
man.
said, Zayd, if
I
you see him in
appreciate that.
person, like he's on this trajectory that I'm like, shit. Like if I would have saw you that day, I'm like, fuck, Paul. To
Thank you,
be
man. Not
honest,
for real.
You definitely got what it
I'm a
takes,
confident
brother.
dude.
That
I'm a
means a lot, yeah.
confident dude, bro. But again, I'm a realist too, right? So it's just.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it's also hard. It's hard to know how you really look. I know I look my best for sure, but it's hard for me to really understand how I look just because I'm myself. What I'm confident in is the work I'm putting in. There's nothing that confident is going to tell me to do that I'm not going to go above and beyond, and I know I can sustain it for as long as I need to. Period.
Yeah, this is pretty much what me and Paul were telling you the year before that, right? I was like, dude, bro, like you have it. Just if you just fucking fuck everything else, just focus on this and this every day. Treat it as if it's your fucking last for this. Like
Yeah.
you have
Mhm.
it. So we all saw it, but it obviously just takes you to
To be ready for
fuck it. Yeah,
well,
fuck
you
it.
gotta be ready for your own blessings. And I know I wasn't ready last year. I wasn't ready the year before that. Mentally, you got to get to a place where you know you're ready for it. You know, and everybody comes to that at their own pace, right? I'm at a place right now where I get it, I understand it, I know what needs to be done, and I have no doubt that I'm gonna get it done in spades. You know what I'm saying? Like we was about to pose you like, yo, you can you do 10 seconds or 5 seconds? I'm like, I don't care if you tell me a minute, bro. I'm not dropping it. Like I'll stand here.
That's what gave me confidence in you too, bro. Like
Yeah,
it's that exact shit. Like whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it. So just fuck it.
exactly. I don't care. Yeah, like yesterday at the gym. If you guys wanted me to post for an hour, I would have stood there and post for an hour, and I wouldn't have even flinched. I'll tell you that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt in my mind.
And keep in
You know
mind,
what I
bro,
mean?
you trained legs that day. That's the hardest day
Yeah,
to pose. I
yeah,
mean, fuck, like I
Yeah.
trust me. I mean, we all know that. But
yeah,
that's I saw it yesterday and I was like, fuck man, I'm gonna tell him when I get a chance. It's on my mind
yeah,
right now, so that's why I want to bring it up.
yeah. Yeah, but you got to get to a point where your mind is like it's just on a different level where nothing could break you, bro. And And it's not just saying it out loud to sound cool, but you have to know that for a fact that there's nothing that can happen that will break you. Nothing. It's impossible, you know. And when you're there, you're not gonna be beat. You're just not. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
All right. Let's do questions. All right.
That's exciting. We're all going to be there for USA. Zayd's going to be there too, obviously. You know,
Yes,
we're all
sir.
here.
Fun. It's
With
gonna
a
be
bag
good
of
one.
Lay's, your fucking favorite.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Yeah.
All right. Tips on sending tips on sending a message.
Extra Cialis.
That's
What did-
fucking great. Take some Halo right before.
That works.
What did you change in your back and legs to improve them?
For you, Beatty, didn't you say doing more machines? And
Oh, okay. I guess, yeah. If we're going off season, for every single body part, I'm literally just doing what I feel. Sounds obvious, right? But like, there's no like, I have to do this, I have to deadlift, I have to row. There's nothing that I have to do. I only do what I feel, what I connect with, what feels good, what doesn't cause me pain, and what I feel like I can progress at. Simple
Okay.
as that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get simpler than that. Like, do I feel this? Can I connect with it? Do I feel exactly where I want to? Good. Do I feel any pain or discomfort that I shouldn't be feeling? No. Then it's a win. It's simple as that. You know, it's not okay. Well, you have to squat to get big legs. You have to. I don't know. There's all these things that you have to do this, and I completely just disagree with that now. I'm like, there's nothing that any one person has to do besides what works for them. That's it. You know. And then as far as prep, I used to go into prep maybe having decent back and legs, and then I would lose it just because I didn't know when to pull back or how much to pull back, and I wanted to do more. So in my head, I'm like, I want to burn more calories. I want to keep the muscle, so let me do more volume. But that's not how it goes. You're on less food. You're on more stress, less calories. That's not time to do more because you're not going to grow. You're just going to maintain. If you overdo it, you might actually lose the body part. You know, so I would.
you know, it's funny you say that. I remember there was one week. I think it was like literally 1 week to the next. Me and Paul were doing 2 hard working sets on legs during prep, and the following week, my legs felt still beaten up. And keep in mind, this is 8 days later, right? We didn't touch legs, and I told him, I was like, "Look, bro, this is the point in prep." I think we're about 5 weeks out, maybe even 4, probably 5. I said, this is where I'm not recovering anymore from the volume, but I need to keep the intensity high. And I said, this is where I'm going to apply a top set. I'm going to work my way up to a top set and then walk away and go to the next exercise.
Simple
and it's just like, I'm not, and I told him in that moment, because you know, Paul likes to understand why I'm doing stuff. So I'll explain it to him. I'm like, we're not growing anymore, bro. Our job is to keep the legs as big as possible. We need to stimulate them. And if they're not recovering, we're in a deficit. They're just going to keep getting beaten down to the point where now they're going to shrink.
Yeah.
So that's how, and then that was where that shift was made. So kind of like you said, pull back on the volume when it's necessary. Because there is a point in prep where it's only going to hurt you. And the work ethic, that's cool and all, you know, be high and mighty with that, but it's going to end up defeating what you're actually trying to do in the long run. And there's phases to all of this, right? If you have the food and the supplements, fuck it, go for another one. You'll be good. But no, man, this is different.
See, that could happen deep off season as well,
where
you're so big and you're eating so much food that you have just as much stress on your body in the opposite direction. And then you'll notice you're not recovering. And why does my elbows and knees hurt? Almost like it would in deep in prep. And at that point, I would do the same thing. I'll do a set of squat and I'm so fucked up. I do a set of hack squats and I'm laying on the floor gasping for air for 5 minutes. If I get up and do another set, this is unnecessary. I got everything I needed from that set already. You know, that super heavy weight, a bunch of reps, the intensity, go to failure. I'm good. Doing another set is just putting me in a hole that I don't need to be in. So so when I get peak off season, sometimes I'll pull back volume a little bit anyways, because I've been hammering my body with food and supplements and training for the last 3 months. So even if I don't deload, I'll just be mindful of the volume and I'll bring it down. So this idea, like you said, of being, the judges don't care how hardcore you are, how manly you are. It's irrelevant. You do what's best for your bodybuilding. So the idea that if I don't do another set, I'm a pussy. Says like what? Says who? You're not trying to impress anybody. You did one set, you're good. Get the fuck out of there. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Dorian did it. Beat everybody.
Yeah.
So
there's a time and place for everything, I think, and that's definitely the time and place to make a move like that.
100%. Shit, I worked out with Janicki yesterday. We did literally the entire workout, right? Extensions, split squats, leg curls. We did 4 exercises, bro. Think about that. We literally did extensions, split squats, seated leg curls, and adductors. If I would have heard that, I would have been like, that's like a half a leg day. That's nothing. Imagine you write that down on the plan, this is your workout. I'd be like, that's a warm-up. That's not a workout. Guess what? Best believe I was fucked up. It's the way we did it. And these are working sets to failure, but he goes way past failure. He does the forced reps and the partials and imagine one set taking me like a minute, right? You've seen the workout, how slow he moves. So it's like every set is this. So I'm out of breath because I'm holding this weight for a full minute. I'm tired, motherfucker. So it's really sometimes how you do it and knowing how much effort you give and knowing your strength. So you don't need to be in there just doing set after set after set. Do what you need and get the fuck out of there. Granted, he's also like 5 weeks out and I'm like 6.5 weeks out. So, this is a time where I'm sure we would do more volume if this was like during a rebound or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where I'm at right now.
Vancouver.
Yeah, he's doing Vancouver. He looks really good, by the way. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know how recent those pictures was he just put up, but I'm assuming he's one of those guys that does it at the time frame he's actually at. He looks really good in a picture.
Yeah,
I'm excited for him, man. Like honestly, like I when I beat him, I'm like, if I wasn't here, this guy's Mr. USA.
Yeah. I mean, he's good. I think he's good.
And I'd be lying if I didn't look at him. Like, I did look at him and be like, fuck, man, that's the guy I'm going to have to beat. Like, I was confident that I could, but I'm like, I can see how he can beat me. Like, I saw things, that I don't have that he has and stuff. But I'm like, you know what, though? Obviously, the outcome was the outcome, but I would have understood.
Hey, man, if you're so confident to the point that you can't look at somebody and at least acknowledge that they're good enough to possibly beat you, if you're not 100%,
yes,
then you're doing yourself a disservice. At that point, maybe you're not. It's okay to have that idea because that only makes you better. I think
I didn't think he could beat me because of what I brought, but everybody's beatable, right? Obviously, exactly. I just fucking lost. So, but you know what? That's good for him. I'm excited to see him show up.
And not for nothing, bro. He's a really good guy. Like genuinely, like I don't throw around those kind of words easily. You know what I'm saying? But he's legit a really good guy, man.
I met him one time at the show. Well, twice, I guess, technically at the show and the Dragon's Lair. He was very kind to me and everything. And then now outside of this, I did beat him, obviously. And then fast forward, he's rooting for me and messaging me, checking in on how I'm doing, my mental state, where I'm at. I hardly know him, but I genuinely like him as a person. Like I reciprocate what he gives to me, but you could tell there's a shift, right? Like he's checking in less on me. And now I need to start checking in on him because he's at a point of breath.
Fact. It's one of those things, man. All right, last question. What? How do you activate your? Okay. Let's go with the easy one because it could be quick. What's your least favorite muscle group to train? Everybody usually asks, "What's your favorite?"
My least favorite.
That's
Does abs count?
Well, let's do off-season least favorite and prep least favorite because there's a difference. Either the abs count. I think nobody like wants to train abs though.
I've never ever like. I honestly really like training my calves. Like, but abs, there's like zero enjoyment for it. I don't get excited for an ab pump. I don't get excited for the motion of it. Like,
It's so annoying.
Hate training abs.
I saw Eric training abs, and of course he trained it exactly how you would expect Eric to train it. He's on like the glute ham race thing with a band, and he's getting like a full stretch all the way. I'm like, we all hate training abs. Of course, you're gonna try to make it as fucking hard as possible, as complicated and difficult and mad range of motion. I'm like, I'm not doing that shit.
Bro, do you remember watching? I think it was Rocky 4. And how he would do his crazy ab training and shit. How the guy, I remember back then when I was a kid watching that. I'm like, damn, man, that's how you have to train.
See, it's like we all love training in different ways. Like I feel like me and you, Joe, we like pain in a way of like pushing a heavy weight and giving it your all and have nothing left. Whereas there's some people like Eric where he actually likes the pain of making something more difficult, right? Like picking the most like difficult shit, but a different kind of difficult, not like a squat. Like I said, something like using a band and having this crazy range of motion and squeezing the shit, and it hurts differently. But that kind of pain, I don't actually enjoy that kind of pain, if I'm being honest.
I'm a little bit of a hybrid. I think I explained that to you yesterday. Like, don't get me wrong, I am the kind of guy that throw fucking six plates on there. I'm gonna get as much as I fucking can. I don't give a fuck. But I'm also the kind of guy that like I'll do a fucking 30 rep leg extension to where those last 10 reps, like,
I like that too.
Literally I feel like someone's carving a knife in my leg. I don't know why the fuck I get it's legs in particular. Or like even a fucking leg press, 15, 20 to 25 reps. You ever do that?
Yeah,
that shit,
I like those.
Fuck, bro. Like, but I just, that feeling in the legs in particular, I just get off on that.
I feel good. Now, it was fun because I was training with a friend that I like, and it was in prep where I was tired. So it was kind of nice to maybe not feel so much fatigue on my entire nervous system and body and just feel it all in my legs. So it was enjoyable in that way. And just doing something different and competing as far as pain time, like instead of who can do more weight, it's more like who can handle the most pain. And it was kind of fun in that way. By myself, I don't know if I could train like that, I'll be honest, you know.
No, that's boring shit.
Now, if for some reason, let's say I go work out with Eric for a month, for whatever reason, and I make some crazy gains, bro, there's no way I could not do it though. At that point, I'm like, nah, if I'm gonna grow like this, I gotta just suck it up and do it. That's maybe the one time I'll be like, fuck it. I don't care if I like it or not. I'll just fucking do it. You know.
I think you eventually adapt to it though. Like you do something long enough and you see progress. I think we all get addicted to or motivated through seeing our progression. So I mean, shit. I mean, people see me turn into Fat Joe. I don't like being fat, but I'm like, fuck, man, I put on 20 pounds more.
Well, you guys are gonna see. You guys are gonna see as my the more episodes I post on YouTube, my form is actually getting cleaner. And it's
precise.
It's a couple of reasons. Part of it is just because I'm also getting leaner, so I don't feel as sturdy, so I can't be rocking and clanging as much. And I don't know. It's kind of like I don't want to do things wrong just because I like it. Not to say that it's always necessarily wrong, but sometimes it is wrong. You know, if I'm doing T-bar rows and I'm doing this, I know that I could make it more effective. So I'm not gonna do things wrong. I'm not gonna let myself do anything wrong. Let's just say that. So I do want to train smart within reason, but always intensity first. You know, so there's gonna be some slight change. Like I said, don't expect me to train like Janicki, but definitely gonna see me a little slower. And right now, a little more machines. You know, and I'm kind of getting into it, and it's working.
You know what helps? What helped me shift from that clanging and banging to more precise, but I'm not super precise. You know, like I'll still have a little bit of body English to all my movements because I don't believe in training like a robot. I can't.
Yeah.
But every time I go into the end of a prep, like say those last like 3-4 weeks, and then go into the rebound, right? Because you're still kind of brittle to an extent in the beginning, but you're on so much stuff that those like slower reps, those contractions, they feel like way more intense, and you're really in tune with your body. So if you can learn how to like make your workouts like that, you kind of shift your style a little bit, and then it kind of becomes a normal thing. So that's what happened with me and Paul after USA's. We changed that style to keep from getting hurt. And I always heard, you know, like Dave Palumbo's talked about, like on a rebound phase, your body is so apt to grow that a little goes a long way. So I'm like, okay, just because we're training again and eating, I'm going to grow regardless. So let me try this and build up my strength through this style. And I blew up to 288 that rebound. Training like that, staying tight, getting bigger. So it definitely works. It's just you're really in tune because of all the food and the androgens.
My training form and execution is the best from 6 weeks out to like 6 weeks into the rebound. So those 12 weeks is the most controlled and focused I am. You know, it just feels good at that time frame. And then as the offseason progresses, sometimes, you know, I'm start getting stronger, and to the point that I start pushing it a bit, you know. But let's see. I think I want to keep it pretty uniform. I think I'm gonna keep it pretty uniform. Let's see though.
Yeah, I always say that too. Exactly how you said. Keep it like that. Keep it uniform, and then once you start getting heavy again, and you kind of like you're deeper in the off season, you're just fucking strong. Train strong. You know, have fun with it. You know, because the cycle's gonna repeat. So, but just phases, right? Like, who's to say I'm not going to get under another 6 plates? I may, but it just depends. If that's just the trajectory that I want to train that day, fuck it.
Exactly. My ego still remembers like having 6 1/4 on there, and the entire gym just turning around and just staring, thinking, "Nice, he probably gonna do half reps. He can't do that." And I'll bury that bitch and come back up, and they're like, "Oh, shit. Fucking wow!" My ego did kind of like that at that time. I'm not gonna lie,
bro. Before I knew you, I followed you actually, and I watched some of your squats. It was your squats in particular, that and deadlifts. But your squat was literally effortless, like 7 plates or something like that, 6 1/4. It was something crazy. Like, damn, dude.
The crew,
black people strength, bro.
Well, but that's like the cruel joke about life, because my legs are actually much bigger now than they were back then. Go figure, right?
And they are. Bro, because you had explosive power. There's a difference between power and it's like, hey, you're just a powerful ass dude. Like, it's just like that. There's some people like NFL linemen, bro, like in high school repping 5 plates just because they're just powerful people. Like,
I agree.
Well,
see, one time me and Zayd did a leg day, and that's when it kind of clicked something in my mind, because I'm looking at Zayd's legs, looking at my legs, and I'm like, he is going heavy, but look at the way he's not doing 6 plates, right? But he's still going very heavy. But the way he's doing it, I'm like, look how low he's going. Look at the control. That's not by genetically. Zayd has big legs, obviously, but there's a reason. There's a reason why he's moving like that. He's moving with intent. So he's doing barbell squats, but the way he's doing it, it might as well be a hack squat, because it was so perfect. It was so perfect, you know. Not because it was 10 seconds negative. It was just perfect control, and his legs are fucking working. I'm looking at him like, there has to be something to say about that. That would be like me doing.
And you know, dude, I never went past 4 plates, honestly.
You don't need to. You know, I mean, the way you were squatting, the way I saw you squat that day, your butthole was touching the floor, bro. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm like, how can you even do that when you have big calves and big hams? But he did it, you know. So he's
I
basically doing a fucking sissy squat with the barbell. Well, of course you're gonna have fucking big leg. If you have 4 plates and you're doing sissy squats with the barbell, how the fuck can you know that? It's just there's no way your legs can't be big. Any human being doing 4 plates squats with that amount of knee flexion is impossible to not have big leg. Can't happen.
I remember it was Justin that did that for me. And I wasn't even working out with him. I was just watching him work out. I think I was training a client. This is years ago now, like 2 years ago. He came down to visit Paul, and he actually trained with Paul. And they trained two things. It was shoulders, and it was also arms. So I watched the precision of Justin's training, the time under tension, and how much weight he used. And his arms and shoulders are fucking crazy round, super big. And but the weights he was using wasn't nothing crazy. It was just how
Yeah.
he did, how he worked them out. Like I remember him doing a reverse pec deck, shoulders, and I can stack this bitch and just boom, boom, boom. But he was like super perfect, going controlled, squeeze, real slow,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was like
different.
literally 1/3 of what I was doing. And Justin has these crazy ass shoulders. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
You gotta think about it. You know, now for the things that like, let's say my arms, I don't give a fuck. I just come there to do what the fuck I want and leave the gym. So I don't gotta concern myself. Like for your chest, do whatever the fuck you want. Go clank and bang 5 plays. Your chest is big. It don't make it. You don't have to think about that because that's just a muscle where you can connect with doing anything. You can probably do
Just
push-ups and go.
response, yeah.
Yeah, so that has zero thought. Arm day for me, I just go and just move some shit and go home, you know. So that's fine. But if you have a body part where you need to improve, you're gonna have to start using your brain. You can't just keep doing the same shit. Guess what? With all due respect, like think about like Johnny Jackson. You watch him train legs, and he never changed it. He kept doing the same shit. So it's like,
Yeah.
what do you think is gonna happen? It's gonna look exactly the same. He would do the same squats, the same leg press, the same form, the same range of motion. Oh, but maybe I'll do more of it and I'll grow. It's not about more. Sometimes it's about how you do it, you know. So we, being that the sport has come a little further and we know more, how about we don't make the same mistakes, you know? Let's actually figure these things out because we have the history there. Maybe they didn't have as much history as we do to take from, but we do. We have that advantage. So let's use that and actually learn. You know, they
That's
probably
so
didn't
true.
know. How would they know?
Yeah.
They had no notes to compare it to. You know?
I've always said, that really what separates like a pro from a genetic freak is like, okay, you tell someone to bring something up, you can't use your genetics for that anymore. It's more like now you have to show how in tune you are with your body. How well do you know how to train? Because genetics built your foundation, but now the lagging body parts, this is exposing what you really know.
Exactly. You got to get it done.
So
So, and I was Janicki's video guy because I was like, yo, I don't think when I met you, I think your legs were kind of small, wasn't it? And then his video guy showed me a picture, and I was like, yeah, bro, his legs are small, and I'm like, he would
Janicki,
actually, yeah, it was like he would actually, if anything, he was upper body dominant. And then I'm looking at him, I'm like, it kind of looks like your lower body is bigger than your upper body now, if anything. I'm like, he's like, it's starting to become a strong point, you know. But you would probably look at that and be like, oh, genetically, he probably just has big legs, right? I had somebody tell me that about my back. Oh, back, I could tell you just have one of those genetic crazy backs. I was like, bro, my back was my weakest. My back double was my weakest shot by far since I've been competing, you know. And then I'm looking at it now. I'm like, nah, it's not a weak point no more. But that's through figuring it out. You know, me just doing whatever I wanted. My back wasn't really improving. You know, maybe standing there in a stringer because my waist comes in. You might think my back is decent because the waist is so small, but I didn't really have much back at all until maybe this year. Like, really.
I mean, your body literally tells you, like, when you put a proper stimulus and a proper style, it reacts to it. It literally, like, it gets engorged with blood. It fills up. You become in tune and you feel every contraction. Like, fuck, like, whatever I'm doing right now is shocking my body in the best way.
The best way
I'm gonna
possible.
ride this fucking out. Like
All the way.
fucking CT Fletcher has talked about, why the fuck would I stop at 2 sets if my body's still feeling it? He's like, I'm gonna keep
Good
going
point.
until
Yeah.
it feels good. My body's
Keep going,
responding. What the fuck?
Here's one thing I could never figure out. How could somebody doing 6-7 plate deadlifts for set after set after set for years, and then I had no back, no glutes? What the fuck was lifting the weight then? Well, you know, what was I using? My traps, I guess, maybe? I don't
Power,
know.
bro. Power.
It's explosive power.
I've literally watched a 180-pound dude, like nothing crazy muscular wise,
You're right.
pick
you're
up
right.
a fucking 8-plate deadlift. Literally
Right.
watch this, and I'm like, this says everything. You know,
There's
like,
There's a
what the fuck?
difference. Okay, yeah,
8
you're right.
plates? Fuck.
8 fucking plates, man. He was
Yeah.
185 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, that's zoo culture. Go to zoo culture. They'll have like the natty power lifters. They deadlift more than us. That's it though. They just they deadlift more than us. That's about it. You know, but it's power and technique, I guess. I don't think my technique was beautiful, but it was decent, I guess. You know, so I used to be like, I'm gonna just keep deadlifting because I have to use my back and glutes, right? What else am I using? But it didn't do anything. So at some point, I'm like, fuck this, bro. I want to actually win at this point. I'm not just bodybuilding for fun anymore. I want to win. So I don't deadlift anymore, you know? And it was weird at first, but I'm like, well, the results are speaking for themselves. So who am I to?
And it's crazy. I mean, because like movements like that, though, they're not truly precise, right? It's a compound movement. There's so much going on. Whatever's gonna lift that up is gonna lift that up, and then if you're just strong, you're strong, right? So
Yeah.
there's I remember someone watching me deadlift. I think it was like 5 plates for some reps years ago. He's like, "Damn, dog," because I didn't have the best form. He's like, "You're literally muscling that up. Like the strength is picking it up. Nothing's really getting triggered. It's just you're still going to pick it up."
Now, maybe if I deadlifted like Justin Shire, maybe my back would I grow for that. Like he's intentionally using his back, like he has the bar like under his stomach, and he's pulling the weight with his back. Maybe, but then at that point, I wouldn't even want to deadlift because that would be boring as fuck. I'd rather do something else at that point.
His form is crazy strict.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody like that, you know?
His back is growing and his glutes are growing, so I think you do it that way. But honestly, maybe end of workout like a hyperextension, get a little pump, do this. I might be down for that, but then it's not that fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as fun, but it should, if it's going to improve
It's working.
what you're trying to improve. It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, boys, I got to piss, bro. I've been holding this for a minute.
I took a piss while on the podcast. I wonder if anybody's going to notice.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
But
Guys,
guys,
going over the pro show or whatever.
thanks for coming on, and thanks for being generous with your time, man. And I'll see y'all guys. I guess Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be
Yes,
on.
sir. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
Sunday,
You already know.
Monday.
Peace out, brothers.
All right, peace, guys.
I'll catch y'all.